Welcome to NHL Nightly with your host, Jeremiah Maxwell, aka the Sports Beard. Along with Pearl of Wisdom, the NHL handicapper extraordinaire. And Rico Inberry, goal-scoring prop dynamo.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to NHL Nightly, the draft lottery. Oh, let's get some screen glasses on to protect the old eyes. Not getting any better here. How you guys doing? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up? Look at, I love this already. Bunch of people on X. So we are live for the NHL draft lottery coming up momentarily. They're going to do this live. What's up, J-Rock? Who you want to get to the number one overall pick? Hope you're doing better, man. I know that was a rough loss for the Blues. I put that out there, though, and I got a lot of positivity for Blues fans. I was super stoked about that. I thought Blues fans had the right perspective on it. Like, oh, we're probably not where we wanted to be this early, and there you go. No, you're still struggling? Oh, I got you, brother. That just means you're a true fan, man. That just means you're a true fan. All right, only one game tonight, too, which is I'm kind of liking that. I like that. I thought the Caps would be playing today too, but I'm all right with the Leafs Panthers kind of opening it up. Who do you guys got in this series? X, everybody. Oh, you let me get going on TikTok too. Let's get going on TikTok. We get TikTok going here. There, we can kind of tilt this back a little bit. They shouldn't see that. What's up, TikTok? We're live also on X, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Instagram. Appreciate everybody. We had like 100 people on Instagram the other day. It was like a record for Instagram, so appreciate that. TikTok been doing good with the just regular videos, but we'll see how the live goes. As I said, NHL draft lottery, and we'll just roll right in. We'll talk about what's going on. Bucci's on stage. I know this is on Sportsnet and the NHL Network. Yeah, 1.6 seconds is tough, J-Rock, but it just happens, man. I will tell you, though, that multiple goal leads had only happened 3 times in Game 7s before in the history of the NHL, and we had 2 in the same day. J-Rock, I thought the Blues were winning, man. I was like 5-2, and I literally thought they were doing it. So other news for all you guys that are like chilling, wondering what's going on. Maddie, what's going on? Balls, what's up? Zany 323. The Kings GM, Rob Blake, stepped down. That means they're probably going to be looking for a coach. David Carl, everybody's hot take guy, and I kept telling you guys, he's not leaving college. There's not a job that appeals to him, and he's staying with the University of Denver. Big shock. They've won 10 national championships. He's been a part of 2 of them. He's staying. Appreciate everybody. Not too shabby for a Monday, 34 on all platforms. Pretty good. I'm always happy. Kind of the right now number that I have. We have J-Rock in the chat. I appreciate you, J-Rock. Big time bummer, man, that also too, J-Rock, gotta say, just, between you and me and the millions of people that can watch this, really sad to see Frank Saravelli leaving Daily Faceoff, but excited, wondering where he's going next. Kind of always felt like Frank was a little bit of a big fish in a little pond there. Of course, that role will probably fall to Jeff Merrick if we can get him to shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. So, anyway, that's a little jab at Jeff for you. Yeah, I don't think they're going to fire Bednar, man. I just really don't know. Anyway, that was a joke for all the people that don't know me and my sense of humor. I like Merrick. I listen to his show almost every day. He's funny. So, Tommy Wharton, what's up? How's it going? Anyway, so we're waiting. We got the commissioner. I actually thought Bill Daly would be there, but Gary Bettman. You know what, too? I've heard this is like Bettman's going to get this extension done, and then he's going to kind of walk away. So I'm not surprised maybe why Bettman's there. So Calder Trophy finalists are talking Lane Hudson, Macklin Celebrini, Dustin Wolf. I think that Lane Hudson's going to win that, man. He had more points than Celebrini, 6 goals and 60 assists. So, oh, J-Rock, I'm seeing what you're saying. Yes, if Bednar gets fired, maybe you see David Carl going over to Colorado. He doesn't have to relocate his family, this, that, and the other, lives in the same town. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Stady, Iceberg, User, Billawall, Maiden, Brex Secret, Josh Lane, Manson, P23, Dylan, all you guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Who we got in the chat? Josh Lane, appreciate you. Mustard Man, appreciate you. We are just waiting to see. Now they got Sammy Constantino from Sportsnet up there. Blended, no Mishkov. If Calgary. Yeah, I agree with that. No, I'm not surprised Mishkov wasn't a finalist. He was there. He was in the mix. Dude, first of all, and I know, man, this league is not necessarily favorable to the Russian players. They're never gonna. It took them 20 years to come around on Ovi, man. So we'll just see what happens. But I mean, look, Lane Hudson had a generational year for a rookie, and I thought Celebrini looked the part too. So it is what it is. Would have liked to see Mishkov maybe be in the finalist group there, but it is what it is. So going to be real interesting. So the projected top 3 are Matthew Schaefer, Michael Misa, and James Higgins. I saw Higgins play for Boston College. Obviously they didn't make the Frozen Four this year, so I didn't get to see him in person. But all 3 of these guys are right there. We'll see. Everything I'm hearing, it's going to depend on who wins it. Who's going to be the team that wins it? If it's the Sharks, they probably take Schaefer. If it's the Blackhawks, they probably take Misa or Higgins, one of those two. So Hawks fans, I want to hear from you. Sharks fans, let me know. I'm guessing Higgins goes back. I'm guessing that Misa goes back, and I'm guessing that Schaefer they all play another year in juniors. We'll see. It doesn't feel like next year it's the Gavin McKenna one. That one, there's another player. There's another couple players there. It's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. I'm curious, needless to say. So how about Misa 134 points? This is what I say though. Like, I like these guys put up these unbelievable. Yeah, go ahead, J-Rock. You could ask some perspective and opinion of yours. I'll just say this real quick before J-Rock asks this question. And I'll read it to everybody on TikTok so you can hear. I'm not leery of the Ontario Hockey League or the CHL guys, but I do wish they would up the draft here to 19. I think it would help these teams project, because it's hard to know if a guy puts 130. Look, sometimes these guys are just so much better than the guys they're around. So I just don't know how you can scout that effectively. Like my friend John Viveros, Hot Take Hockey, covers he works for the Brantford Bulldogs. Nick Lardis had like 73 goals this year. You don't even hear about him being like a high level prospect. It's like, oh, we scored that much. So it'll be interesting, man. All right, J-Rock. Okay, we're getting under this. J-Rock, ask your question before the draft lottery gets going here, man. All right, here we go. Now they're doing okay. Bill Daly is there. Drip too hard. What's up? Greg Nava. Sweet. I like all these people. I appreciate you, TikTok. We're growing almost 10,000 subscribers. Is this cope or an interesting observation? Outside of Perfetti's first goal, nearly every good thing for the Jets happened when Hellebuck was off the ice. No, that could be true. I mean, J-Rock, from what I've heard from multiple Blues fans, we're talking about The Blues struggle with 6-on-5 all year. So they're dropping all the balls in. They're showing each ball get dropped in. So there's no funny business. They're showing each individual ball get put into the chamber here. So that's an interesting observation, J-Rock. I wouldn't judge you. I do think, guys, 100% the Jets are in a lot of trouble. They don't match up center depth well with the Dallas Stars. I think Dallas doesn't even have to rush their players back. I think if Hellebuck plays remotely the way he did in this series, I think it's going to be a very short series for Dallas, which could be very beneficial because I think the Vegas Edmonton series is going to be a war. I still think Vegas probably comes out, even though I picked Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup this year at the beginning of the year, and I'm riding with them. I just think, wow, they can't play defense like they did against the Kings. So we'll see. Again, all I know, guys, is I watch a shit ton of hockey. Okay, here we go. They're doing the clock. Here we go. We're going to find out what the first. Okay, bloopity bloopity bloop. So San Jose could win the draft lottery, the highest percentage. 50 people on all platforms. I appreciate you. Here we go. Here comes the ball. Number 7. Okay, so 7 is Buffalo. Okay. Okay. All right, they're doing the first draw. So we're going to figure out this as it goes. Okay, the 4 balls drawn will decide who wins the draft lottery. Okay. Here we go. 10 seconds to the next ball. This is intriguing stuff here, guys. This is like old school watching if you come from a state that has the lotto and they use balls. Number 11, second ball. 7 and 11. Okay, so Detroit, Columbus, Utah, Vancouver, Calgary all have no chance of winning the top pick now. Just Rangers, Islanders, Pittsburgh, Anaheim, Buffalo, Seattle, Philly, Nashville. So okay. This is weird, man. I like a card flip option better. Well, Blended, they do this before the card flip option. We just have never seen it. So now they have all the GMs there. All right. So this is cool, man. This is really cool. We're actually getting to see the inside school stuff. They usually film this, but we don't see it. So now we're getting to see it live for the first time ever, which why they didn't do this before. 12. Nashville cannot get it. Boston cannot get it. Anaheim cannot get it. The Rangers can't get it. San Jose, Chicago, Philly, Seattle, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, New York can all win it. Oh my God, if Pittsburgh wins this, I'm going to lose my flipping mind. Final ball needed to win. So Pittsburgh needs 1 in 10 to win it. San Jose needs 8. Chicago needs 9 or 14. Philly needs 4 or 6. Philly has a good shot. Seattle needs 3. Buffalo needs 2. Islanders needs 5 and 13. Pittsburgh, Islanders, Chicago. Okay. What's happening? What are we doing here? Why are we taking a break? We're taking a break. Matthew Davis, thank you so much for liking the stream. Stay tuned. Stay with me after. We're going to go right into the Maple Leafs Panthers game 1. So, oh my God, dude. We have to have a commercial here? Good God. Let's get a dog intermission. Bone Dad, you want to come up and say hi? Oh, yes, he does. Bon Dad wants to say hello to everybody while we're on a commercial break. He just wants to let everybody know he hopes your team gets the pick. He's helping. What do you think, Bone? All right. Okay. There you go, Bone. What about Flinny? Flinny want to make his debut? Flinny says, hey. Flinny says, let's see what happens. If Pittsburgh gets it, it's fixed. Oh, yeah. It can't be fixed. We're watching it blended. It's not fixed. We're watching the balls. How do they fix this? There's no way. It's just, it's random as they can get. It's random. I will tell you, I'm okay with Chicago or San Jose not getting the number 1 overall pick. Like those two teams have gotten it recently. So I'm okay with another. Like if Philly gets it, that would be cool. So anyway, we're back in a minute 45. J-Rock, Chicago won it 2 years ago, so and they were awful this year. I mean, it is based on your record to some extent. So, um, what's next for me as an Avalanche fan? I say go Jets now, Matthew Davis. I don't know, man. I guess I think to me, if it's just me, if the team that beats me, I want that team to win the cup because then I know we're right there. And I feel like you were right there. If that team was the team you fielded the entire year, I think that is a much different season. So I thought Colorado struggled at times. And you don't have game 7. Okay, what is happening? What is happening? Mike Gridell. What is happening, Mike Gridell? Oh, shoot. What is happening? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. One ball automatically moves 3 to 5 teams. Yeah. Yep, that is true. All right, we're back in 35 seconds. I might be a little bit behind because I'm streaming in Alaska. So people that want the real. Rick Smith says, hey guys, San Jose and Chicago needs this pick. I don't know, Rick. I feel like they both have a lot of good prospects there. I say Crosby joins the Avalanche. That could happen, Matthew. I don't know. I think a lot of hockey fans would just like to see it happen because Pittsburgh's not going to be good for a while, guys. They're a couple years out. So, all right. So Seattle Kraken would be pretty cool too. Yeah, the Isles don't even have a GM. Lou Lamoriello's out. Can you imagine if the Islanders win? All right, here we go. San Jose, Chicago, Philly, Seattle, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, New York can win the draft lottery. I mean, even if Pittsburgh wins, this is like a year. Do you want to win it? Like next year is the one you want to win it. Yeah, I think, Rick, I could see Crosby paying for Montreal. Montreal is not far off, guys. That is a good hockey team that is only getting better, and they have a lot of young prospects. So they would be able to, I don't know if they want to trade a bunch to get Crosby, but, we'll see what happens. Maybe like they get a couple first rounders or something, I guess. All right, so here's the last ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Here comes the ball. It's 13. Okay, what happens? They're figuring it out as they do it. Oh my God, the New York Islanders have won the draft lottery. That's how you make. Whoa, the New York Islanders, big time Kimmy Kim, Isles Girl 3. What's up, Kim? Kim in the crease. Oh my God, the guy could just sit there. He's like, I'm not even the GM. Holy shit. Oh, ball 12 screwed the Sharks, my friend Greg says on the Insta. Yeah, wow, there we go. New York Islanders with their first overall pick. Okay, so they're gonna do another draw. Wow. Who gets that Islanders job, by the way? Who gets that job? I'm not sad the Islanders are getting it, guys. They kind of needed it. They kind of needed it. They had a really nice run. Good for them. Good for them. You know what? It shows you that you don't, because they were kind of in the playoff mix until the last. No, that so yeah. I think they're gonna do the whole thing. Yeah, I'm not mad at it, Greg. Who cares? Like so now we're going to see who gets a second overall pick. Now, the percentages go back up for the lower seed teams like Chicago and San Jose. So I wouldn't mind seeing San Jose get like the second pick here or something. But we'll see. I mean, like, who do the Islanders draft? Ken Morrow is the guy they have they're representing. By the way, I believe Ken Morrow, member of the 1980 U.S. hockey team, he's the rep there. So Weeksy's interviewing him now. No, the Penguins don't get the second pick, Matthew. We're gonna find out here. They gotta redraw. So the second draw is ball one. We're gonna see it live while they're talking to Morrow here. I don't know why they wait 30 seconds. Just draw the balls. Like, big deal. So we're gonna find out. This is interesting to see it go down this way. Craziness. Okay, the second ball is ball five. So the first ball this is for the second draw, ball one and ball five. Jake, how's it going? Beck Peterson, how's it going? Appreciate everybody. Oh, look at all these people in the TikTok. Taylor Mickle, what's going on? Appreciate you. Joker, what's going on? Okay, we're getting the third ball here for the second draw. If you're just joining us, the New York Islanders have won the number one overall pick in the draft lottery. The New York Islanders have won the over one, and we're determining who the second pick in the draft is. So remember, the Islanders just walked away from Lou Lamoriello. Oh my God, Johnny Lazarus, NHL rigged. Oh my God, Johnny Lazarus. Oh geez, Johnny Lazarus. Johnny Lazarus. I love you, buddy. The third number was 12, by the way. I'm very confused about things right now. Kevin, you are not alone. I think right now, Kevin, all we know is, yeah, Lou is gone. Lou is gone, Rick. All we know right now is the New York Islanders have won the number one overall pick. That's how we know. They used to do it differently, guys. They would do all this ball stuff first and then be like, hey, here's the thing. So the percentage to win the draw right now, San Jose, Chicago, Nashville, Boston, Utah, and Calgary can win the second overall pick. That is it, based on the numbers that have happened. San Jose needs 2, 6, 8, and 11, and they win. Chicago needs 10. Nashville needs 4 and 13. Boston needs 7 and 14. Utah needs 3 and 9. So let's see what happens. Boy, Utah would be crazy if they got the second pick. By the way, 58 people on all platforms. Thank you very much. Let's see what's happening. This is wild. I love this, though. This is good television. All right, the 30-second clock is ticking down. 10-1. The Islanders go from 10-1, man. That is awesome. Yeah, Cal Ritchie, Cole Eiserman, or Matthew Schaefer, or Michael Misa. Yeah, because they already have Cal Ritchie, because they got Cal Ritchie in the Brock Nelson trade. That is going to be good. The Islanders rebuild could be quick. I'm happy because their fan base is awesome. I'm happy for them. I love John. Okay, here's the number. I think it's 3. 3. Okay, here we go. He's doing the math. Here we go. I wish they would leave that number thing up. Okay, here goes Bill Delly. Okay, so Okay, Utah got the 4th overall pick. So San Jose is locked into number 2. So Utah is 4. Bill Armstrong, by the way, hell of a guy. Met him at the Hall of Fame a couple years ago. Great guy. So the Sharks get the 2nd overall pick. So they're stoked. They're stoked. They're gonna get. I think they're probably in. Honestly, guys, in my opinion, Alina Wilczewski can't move more than 10 spots. Yeah, Greg, that is correct. The Islanders went 10 from 1. That's the highest you could go. So it was going to be impossible for the Rangers, Detroit, Columbus, Vancouver, and Calgary to move up that high. But there you go. Utah, who was 14, they won, so they moved up to the 4th spot. So there you go. That's good for Utah. That's about as good as it could get for Utah. So good for them. So now we're going to be back. We're on another commercial break. By the way, 64 people. Bobby Miaiki, good stuff. Greg, I don't know if you heard that it's Rob Blake stepped down. I don't know if you're still with us in the chat. Yeah, it is huge for Utah. It sounds like the mammoth is going to be that's going to be their logo. So good God with the political fucking commercials. Good God. Really? None of the politicians are doing their jobs for us. My Kale's hook. My Kai hooks. My Kai hooks? I don't know. Adam F. What's up? Second, Leighton. Second is the San Jose Sharks. We don't know. The Penguins have not won the 3rd. We don't know yet. We don't know the 3rd pick yet. We're waiting for them to return. Why even do a commercial break here? You could have knocked this out in 15 minutes and then had a nice big commercial and then done 15 minutes of just like hockey analyst stuff. Like this is not good television here. Like doing a commercial every 2 minutes. Yep, Robbie Blake is gone. Oh, Matthew, you want the Penguins to win the 3rd. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, I do think that the top 3 guys there, Hagens, Misa, and I honestly, from my perspective, I think all of them should play again in their perspective. Like Hagens should go back to Boston College for sure. You know, I thought they underachieved and the Beanpot and in the national, in the national tournament, they could have been much further along. That was a very talented team. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Matthew, they're going to get a good pick anyway, like, for sure. And they traded Yeager, who was a pretty nice, exciting prospect, for Rucker McGroarty. It looks like McGroarty's going to probably have a good shot to be at Blackbeard Bosto. What's up, man? Oakley, what's up, my friend? Oakley, how you doing, man? You recovered now that the Senators are out? Yeah, isn't this crazy? Yeah, Hudson with 60 assists is insane. And Greg, I talked to Kent Hughes last year at the Frozen Four. Kent Hughes is the general manager of the Montreal Canadiens, and he was there to sign Hudson as soon as BU lost. And he did not make a mistake. And Hudson looks like, and everything I know, his brother looks amazing. Cole, who the Capitals drafted. So yeah. You can see in my intro the picture with me and Cole Kent Hughes. So I kept buying his wife beers. So yeah. Good stuff. I love that Ken Morrow is there. That is outstanding. Peter Kloss, what's up, man? If you're just joining us, the New York Islanders won the draft lottery. That's great. And I'll tell you what, if you guys didn't see in the news, well, Sam, St. Louis, you thinking they should move up and trade. Yeah, I was like, they're not even in the lottery, Sam. They made the playoffs. So there's only 16 teams, and Montreal is one of them because they have Calgary's pick. So Montreal could have moved up to 6. So here's the draft order. New York Islanders are 1. San Jose is 2. Chicago is 3. Utah is 4. Nashville is 5. Philly is 6. Boston is 7. Seattle is 8. Buffalo is 9, Anaheim is 10, Pittsburgh is 11, the Rangers are 12, the Red Wings are 13, 14 for Columbus, 15 for Vancouver, and Montreal gets Calgary's pick 16. So that's it's pretty good. I don't see anything real sketchy. I mean, two of the worst teams are still going to get top 5 picks. Utah was in the playoff mix towards the end. Nashville was a dumpster fire. They're going to get a top 5 pick. So that's good. They didn't move that one. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, cheering for the Bruins for the lottery and cheering for Marchand in the second. I think if Bob is on his game, going to be a tough for the Leafs. Yeah, we'll see. I think the Leafs are a lot better than people have given them credit for. They don't seem like the panicky, but they got to get goal scoring from their forwards, man. Those guys got to show up. So there you go. That is the draft order. Now we'll go right to the point, and we're 30 minutes out from puck drop, guys. So I will take a quick picture. Let's see if it lets me do it. Boom, got it. Okay. I'll tweet that picture out momentarily here. TikTok, sorry if I paused you. Oh, as long as it's over 5.5, you got money on it, huh? Yeah, not sure. I wasn't looking at the money lines for this game. I would not want to bet in the playoffs. So let's see. Okay, NHL draft lottery. And oh, come on. Woo, sorry about that, Tiki Talkie. There we go. Everybody's like took a somersault. Yeah. NHL draft lottery. NHL draft lottery results. Yeah. You're just joining us. The New York Islanders won the draft lottery. So good for them. I can't remember what John Tavares. Oh, overs are crushing it in the playoffs, huh? You're on the Elio. You're on the Elio plan. Let's go media. Let's go photos. Come on, photos should show. Right, let's see if I can get it again. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get it to show now. Nope. Okay. All right. I'll get it later. We're not getting it. We're not getting it. Layla, how's it going? If you're just joining us, the New York Islanders win the draft lottery. Number 2, the Sharks. Number 3, the Blackhawks. Number 4, the Utah Hockey Club. So they moved up as far as they could. What's up, Julio Rodriguez? We are going to be watching the Florida Panthers and Toronto Maple Leafs play here in about 25 minutes or so. Sam Reinhart leads the team in goals or points with 6. Nylander has 9. Both Sam Bennett and Nylander have 3 goals, tied for each team's lead. Reinhart has 4 assists, and Mitch Marner has 7. So Mitch Marner 7. Stolarz 4-2 with a 221 901 save percentage. And Bobrovsky 4-1 with a 221 901 save percentage. Now, Bob did have a shutout against Tampa Bay. So that'll be interesting. And I do think maybe Florida gets a little bit more contributions from their line, but we'll see, man. Like I don't know, man. The Leafs, Domi, he had a big goal. You know, Matthew Nyes has 3 goals. He's tied with Nylander. Tavares has 3 goals. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on the Leafs a little bit here. Julio Rodriguez is not. He says, go Leafs. Yeah, thank you, Julio Rodriguez. Appreciate you for the gifter. Appreciate you guys for the gifts. I don't see the gifts So I appreciate those. Yeah, so Sam, they're not doing 1 through 32. They cannot do that. Kevin, that's impossible. We don't know how the NHL season is going to shape out. If you win the Stanley Cup, you're going to have the 32nd pick. So it's impossible to know the second 16. Now, they probably have a pretty good idea who's going to lie where. It's based on record and what have you, but it's not possible. So I'll get the draft lottery results for you guys to see. So you guys can see who's got what pick. No, sorry. How did I go to NHL draft lottery results? This is compelling. Sorry. Yeah, the Avs could trade. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who they're going to get there, buddy. But uh, no. Yes. Show me the all. All right. Let's see. The Tennessean. I just want someone to. Okay. We're going to use this. Again, number 1, Islanders. Number 2, Sharks. Number 3, Blackhawks. Number 4, Utah Hockey Club. Number 5, Nashville Predators. Number 6, Philadelphia Flyers. Number 7, Boston Bruins. Number 8, Seattle Kraken. Number 9, Buffalo Sabres. Number 10, Anaheim Ducks. Number 11, Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 12, New York Rangers. Number 13, Detroit Red Wings. Number 14, Columbus Blue Jackets. Number 15, Vancouver Canucks. And number 16, Montreal Canadiens by via way the Calgary Flames. That was the Monahan trade, I believe. So I think. Yeah. You didn't like the format, huh? Blended. I mean, I kind of don't mind it. Like the NFL, you can just kind of tankathon it there. This way, if you can kind of have a not terrible season and still get a chance to get the number 1 overall pick. I actually like this way a lot better than how the NFL does it. So I will be at the NHL draft June 27th through 28th in LA. So I will be there. So we will try to have some variance of a show, with either post show or get some people on, get some people. So we'll see how that's going to go. Appreciate you, Greg. Charge your phone. Um, so that's going to be interesting. I seen all the odds. It looks like the Dallas Stars are favored. The Vegas Golden Knights are favored over the Oilers. Still not sure. The Oilers just seem to beat teams, and the Leafs are underdogs against the Panthers, and the Capitals are underdogs against the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, I've seen a couple other metrics, though, where the Capitals are favored, but for the most part, that's how all those shape up. So appreciate you. By the way, 62 people on all platforms. Appreciate you. Mika Zabenajab. What's up, man? Whoosh Branding, how you doing? Yeah. So I doubt anybody trades out of the top 3. Matthew Davis, just gonna say that. So and then Kevin, like I said, you can basically just go by the order of the teams getting eliminated in the playoffs and their record, and you can kind of figure out who's gonna be what. So but good job on the Tennessean, by the way. They were looking out for their team. So yeah, good stuff there. All right, we're going to be underway here in about 21 minutes or so. Nico, what's up? How's it going? Appreciate you. For the Florida Panthers versus Toronto Maple Leafs game 1. Tomorrow, my streaming schedule, I'm going to do Oilers Golden Knights. I was not able to do Oilers in the first round, Oilers Kings. I don't think I did a game, or if I did an early game, maybe game 2. So I really want to get on Oilers, Golden Knights, obviously, both those games are on ESPN. If that Hurricanes Capitals game runs long, that'll end up being into my stream. But I will do Oilers Golden Knights tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern. So for the people that want to watch those games, that's the plan for Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, I'm going to do Jets Stars, no question about it. That's a 9:30 puck drop too. And then Thursday, I probably will do the Caps Hurricanes game, but we'll see. And then Friday, maybe back to Panthers, Maple Leafs in Sunrise. We'll see. I think Hot Take Hockey will probably be back in streaming. And I know, he's a friend of the show. I want to listen to his broadcast from time to time too. So it's either that one or I do Jets and Stars again. So we'll see. And then obviously I won't do any over the weekend, but there will be games. I mean, we could have series over by Sunday in some of these if they're sweeps. So yeah, appreciate you, Woosah Branding Company. I appreciate you for the gifts. I don't know what you gave, but that's outstanding. Yes, Kim, we got to get you on the show. Kim, big time Kimmy Kim in the crease. I don't know if she's doing her Islanders show anymore, but she will always be a friend of this show. So I will always want to get him. OTR Jason, what's going on? So, yeah, I think you could basically figure out by the standings of who's going to kind of show out as far as who's number 17, 18, this, that, and the other. I could look, actually, Sam. We might be able to kind of get that. All right. Division. Oh, let's just go league. So we already got the teams that got their picks, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So probably next is, well, Montreal's going to have a pick, right? They're going to have a pick. So they're going to have 2 picks this year. Vancouver, St. Louis is going to be right there. Sam, they're probably going to be in the top 20 there. St. Louis, Ottawa, I don't know who had a better record. St. Louis had 44 wins, so they're probably going to be the next pick. They'll probably be 18, 19 will probably be Ottawa. And then I guess Colorado would be in that mix at 19 or so. And then if Colorado didn't trade their pick, I think they did trade their first round pick. So that probably is going to go to the Islanders too. So the Islanders will have another one. And then I believe Colorado did trade their pick. I'll have to look here on Puckpedia here. And then you're looking at Tampa, LA. That's it so far because, the best record in the NHL was Winnipeg. If they win the cup, they'll have the last pick. But depending on where they fall out, on this next round, they'll still be in the high 20s or mid 20s. If they lose this second round, they'll be in like the mid 20s. So it is based on when you come out, but it's also, I think, your record and stuff. So your record plays into it for that next tier. They just look at it that way. So sometimes making a playoff is not the best thing. Like a couple years ago, the Caps went out. All right, Nicole, how's it going? Nicole Pikachu won. Go Leafs go. Yep, it's not live yet. So you think 19, Sam, is where they'll be? What's up, Lee? How you doing? Appreciate you. Yeah, still under the weather too, guys. I really didn't want to stream this weekend for those game 7s, which is so unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, I'm not doing 7 days in a row, man. There's just no way. I gotta have a life. I mean, I watched the games. Both games were incredible. I was happy to watch the games. And on Saturday, I tuned in a little bit of the Chicklets broadcast, but for the most part, 7th overall, worst case scenario for the Bees. Couple names get familiar with. Here's what Mike Grinnell says for you Boston Bruins fans. Jake O'Brien, Roger McQueen, Caleb Deornay. I've heard a lot of good things about Caleb Deornay, by the way. Oh, let me get back to TikTok. So I've heard a lot of different things about Caleb Deornay. Yeah. So anyway, that's good. I apologize to the Instagram fans. You always get the short end of the stick. Don Sweeling falling as low as Boston could have fallen, no longer having the odds of drafting first and second overall. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we could turn this. Oh, yeah. See, I think I said Sam that they would be like 18. Sam, they have to be. They can't be that. Sam, they had too good a record. New Jersey will have a higher pick than them. They had a worse record. Montreal will have a higher pick than them. They had a worse record. So I think they'll be 19. 17, 18, 19. Right in there. Yep. Lots of Bruins fans teaming into my friend Mark Allred's broadcast too. Appreciate that's awesome. Good for you guys. 1.5K. Good for you, man. Oh yeah, here we go. I'll retweet out the NHL's draft order so you guys can see. So Montreal's gonna get like the 16th pick, and then they're gonna get like the 17th pick too, I think. So they're gonna have like 2 picks in a row. Yeah. And then the Devil. No. Well, so the Devils and so actually Montreal. Yeah. Montreal be the first there. Yeah. It's confusing because Montreal has Calgary's pick. So that sucks for the Flames, but they had a really good year. So we're 25 minutes for puck drop. So I'll probably have a little bit of a break before the game starts, but I'll keep the feed live and stuff. So but we got a ways. So 55 points in 61 career playoff games for Austin Matthews. So almost a point a game. I think the Leafs are going to show up here in this game. I think they are going to show up. I think that this will be a really close game. I think people are you serious? Here, give me a sec. No, I do not want that. Yep. Don't bring them up. So that'll be interesting. I retweeted the NHL's draft lottery again. But if you guys want to see it on screen, here you go. I know I wasn't really prepared, but I'm not doing a graphic when I know somebody else is going to do it. So, how did this go? Why is this doing this? Here, let's go back to this. StreamYard has wrecked their thing, I think. Present an image file. All right, let's see if this works. Okay. All right, I'm gonna. I don't know if you guys could hear me on there. TikTok. Let's get your view of it. There it is. I don't know if you can see that all right, TikTok. I know that's world class video stuff, but TikTok. until they let me do whatever. I don't know what the heck, man. Like, I don't know why they don't let streaming software be used with TikTok. I mean, they probably do, just mine doesn't let me easily. So I have to figure it out. So anyway, yep, we're gonna be interesting. Kachuk says they're the underdogs, and I kind of like the mentality from the Florida Panthers there. They know they didn't win the division. The Leafs were a very good team this year. So, but also, we all know the Florida Panthers were wanting to be healthy when it came to playoff time. So, and that was a huge thing. And I know we're going to get the obligatory LTIR. Well, let's bring that up. So, right now, the Edmonton Oilers are 11 million over the cap. Don't hear anything about LTIR this year, though, huh? Isn't that funny how that is that the Canadian media has been mum about the LTIR? Dallas is 8 million over the cap. Minnesota was 7 million, but again, guys, Minnesota, no one's going to hold it against them. They have that 14 million thing. And anyway, they're out. Colorado was 6.8. Winnipeg is 5 over the cap. The Tampa Bay Lightning are almost 4 million over the cap. The Toronto Maple Leafs are 3.4 million over the cap right now. And the Florida Panthers are 2.8 million. Vegas is 2.7. The Kings were 2.7. And the Ottawa Senators were 1 million. And the New Jersey Devils were a measly $11,000 over the cap. So New York, Washington, the only other teams that are cap compliant that are in the playoffs right now are the Washington Capitals, who are 1 million under the cap. So Carolina is 2.9 under the cap. So those two teams are cap compliant. So that's it for that's left in the playoffs. So the cap had to go up. So interesting too. Chicago has 3 retained slots all used up. Philly has 3 retained slots all used up. I think San Jose has all 3 slots used up. So that's going to be real interesting. So Andy says, "Go Leafs, go!" He's very excited. Yeah, I would be sleeping on the Leafs here, Andy. I'm very interested to see what happens. It's going to be intriguing here. Going to be real intriguing. So we had a trade. Oh, that was a while ago. My bad. Like, I know other teams could make trades after they're out or whatever. Like it doesn't matter. So we could see trades. The NHL kind of frowns upon it because the playoffs are going on. But by the way, the Edmonton Oilers have a 33-man roster, and they're allowed 23. So they're slightly over. So obviously they can't dress. I don't know how they work that. So yeah, Junior, I thought the draft order was fine. I put it up on the screen for everybody to see. I'll put it back up there for you. I think I can get it up there. Here we go. Add image. Can I like downsize myself here? Here, I'm gonna drop it. Me? Can you hear me when I'm guys? But there you go. Back. All right. There we go. Yeah. I don't know. StreamYard changed some stuff around, and I'm not a fan of it at all. So I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Beta scenes beta. Interesting. Gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, so I don't have a problem, man. I mean, I feel like 3 of the really bad teams in San Jose, Chicago, and Nashville are gonna get a top 5 pick. Philly, Boston, Seattle, Buffalo, Anaheim, all not great teams, going to have top 10 picks. The Islanders were kind of in the mix there. They're going to get a number 1 pick. I will tell you, I'm kind of secretly hoping that the Islanders keep Patrick Waugh. How are you guys feeling? I don't know. I want to hear from Islanders fans too. That's going to be really interesting. So we're going to have a lot to talk about, in the coming days about what's happening and stuff. So Kim is stoked. She's like, sure it is. Yep. Got to hear from you on that, Kimmy. That's Kim P. Kim Parkhurst. She's happy. She's a Commanders fan. So yeah. Anyway, we are 10 or so minutes out. I'll probably take a little bit of a break here right before the game starts. 16 minutes or so. Give you guys a little bit of a pause, but I will be back for the start of this game. I kind of don't need the break. I can just talk to you guys for a bit, but I kind of want to get my UGG slippers because my feet is a little cold. So, yep. So the Islanders fans are stoked. So who do they take? So I think James Hagens is from Long Island. I want to say. So I wonder if he's a guy they look at. So yeah, he's from Huapage, New York. I hope I didn't butcher that. But he played for the Long Island Royals. So do they take him? Is it like we're going to take this local kid who grew up an Islanders fan? He's 5'11, 176 pounds, plays center. He's not a big guy. At one point, he was considered the number one. Consolidated rankings has him number 3. Elite Prospects has him number 4. Craig Button has him 6. THN Ferrari has him. That's the hockey news. Has him number 3. THN Kennedy has him at 3. McKean's Hockey has him 3. Number 1 Flow Hockey, Chris Peters has him number 1. So Chris Peters has not come off. Number 2 by FC Hockey. Number 3 by Daily Faceoff. So that's Steven Ellis. Good guy. Ranked number 3 by NHL Central Scouting. Number 2 by the NHL Draft Prospects. Number 4 by Sportsnet. Number 4 by Jason Bukala from Sportsnet. Oh, Constantino has him number 4 at Sportsnet. Number 1 by Recruit Scouting. And number 3 by Dauber Prospects. And number 3 by Smart Scouting. So Elite Prospects has all the rankings for them, guys, if you want to see. So that'll let you know kind of where you're at as far as what you're thinking. A couple of World Junior Golds for Hagens. Cerebral tactician, speedster, two-way center. Like, I think he would be a good fit for the Isles. I'd really be curious. I'd love to have like Arthur Staple on or something and be like, hey, Arthur, you cover the Islanders. Who would you take if you're in this position? I would be curious. And he may not weigh in but just to me, a guy from the area. So, no, let me get away from there. Let's see. Yeah, Huapage, New York. I don't know where that is. But anyway, that is the picks. So, all right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to put everything on mute. Again, Islanders win the draft lottery. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. With who they take. I think Hagens is a real possibility there. But they could take Schaefer too. I mean, Schaefer, the other thing is too here, there may be somebody that's like, we really want that pick and we're going to trade you for it. So we'll give you an additional pick. Like if you're San Jose and you really wanted Schaefer, and you're the Islanders, you might take their pick and drop down to 3. So let me know what you guys think. I'm just curious where you think kind of what that would shape out to be. I'd be really interested to see what their thought process is as far as, who's gonna, so all right. This is a good time to take a break. The dogs are going nuts. Be right back. And we're about less than 10 minutes for puck drop. So we're back. How's it going? Appreciate you guys. Still kept 56 on all platforms, so I appreciate that. So we are getting underway here. We should be puck drop momentarily. Just waiting for the data to populate. Game 1. All right. Put your guesses in the chat. Yeah, let's go invite Maple Leaf fans. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Andy, appreciate you for the gifts. Go Leafs go. Appreciate that. Patrick Hadley, appreciate you. Mexican Othia? John Nakalak? Nakluklak? John Naknuk? That sounds like Alaska Native. What if you're Alaska Native? Thanks for staying in, Tom Pilot. Tom Pilot. I hope I got that right. Tom. Jokers, appreciate you in there. And we are getting underway. Here we go. Maple Leaf Square. Wow, it's wild there. White towels. I just want a cup. A fan. One guy in blue with a Maple Leafs jacket. Here we go. Mitch Marner, new dad, coming out to the locker room. There we go. The Leafs are going on the ice. Verhaeghe and Marchand bump chests. Barkey. Ooh, it kind of feels forced, guys. I don't know. Something feels weird there. I don't know. Is Florida's super team, do they have the magic or what's the deal? What's the deal? I don't know. See if we got, we got some people, Jeff and Chad Peak. Appreciate you guys popping on the Instagram. Probably popped on while I was absent. But when you're one-man show and you do the producing and you do everything on your own, we got to get Rico Perlo and the degenerate Bostonian back on somehow. We got to figure out something. But while all these games are on every day, it's kind of tough to talk about playoffs when people are going to be off and stuff. So it's going to be quick, man. Wow. Yes. There we go. Wow. What did you guys think of the game sevens? Jesse McCaffrey. What did you guys think of the game sevens on the weekend? Unreal. Like, to me, part of me is like, the Leafs have you changed your profile photo there, Kevin. I like it. Now you just need to change your name so it actually says Kevin. Just to have two games with multiple goal deficits in game 7, part of me says, which of these has a brim? I don't know. I guess the hat. Okay, there we go, TikTok. Sorry about that, TikTok. I had to lean in and give them the thing. I guess they want to make sure I'm real. I'm a real person. So, all right. Here we go. Very, very soon. Very soon. How about Brad Marchand's career up against the Leafs? 28 games played, 10 goals, 19 assists, 29 points. 6 most versus Toronto in NHL history. I just wonder, though, there's so much hype about the Leafs kind of Florida being in their heads, or someone always being in the Leafs' heads. We'll see, man. They got to put up or shut up. This is the year for them. They got to do something here. There's a path, but they got to get through the dragon that is the Florida Panthers. I said that on my interview to Nick Kiprios. If you didn't watch that, it's like Joe Bowen on the radio for the Leafs said, happy days are here again. But I said, are you waking up to Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare? So, are you Leafs fans? Zane, what's up? Let me know. Is that what's happening? And I guess I need to stream on the weekends because the numbers are kind of slow today. Slow numbers. Again, appreciate the one person we have on Twitch. Twitchy, let me know if you're there. If it's the epic person I think it is. I don't want to assume. Oh, there's an actual Florida Panthers fan there wearing a number 4 jersey. Who's number 4 for Florida? Who wears number 4 for the Panthers? Somebody answer me in the chat. Quandary, what's up? Oh, who wears number 4? Nobody on the current roster. That's not Ekblad, is it? It's 4 Ekblad. Who wears number 4 for Florida? Or was that somebody last year? Oh, interesting. All right, so we're going to start off with looks like line 1 on line 1. They're doing the anthems right now. So Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe versus Jones and Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe versus with Jones and Forsling as the pair. Marner, Matthews, and Nyes is their first line. It looks like they're coming out with Tanev and McCabe, and then of course Stolars. Now, remember Stolars, Oliver Ekman Larson, and why am I having a problem thinking of the other guy's name? I want to say Lorenz. Those guys were all Florida Panthers last year. So, what's up, Ethan Reynolds? Oh, I cannot invite Jeremiah Gold to co-host. Jeremiah Gold is a musician. He's not going to want to come on here. So, but Jeremiah Maxwell has respect for Jeremiah Gold. We'll just let you know that. So, the singer, beautiful singer, great anthems, outstanding job. She did both, killing it, waving the Leafs flag. Scotiabank Arena, great place to see a game. I have sat lower bowl there, very fun. Hopefully again. Good stuff. I know the ticket prices are going up significantly, so we'll see. All right, here we go. Underway here. Puck's about to drop momentarily. We will see what happens. It's so crazy to me that the goalies in 5 games for Bobrovsky and 6 for Stolars have like identical numbers. That being said, Bobrovsky had a shutout. So, and I hate to say this, but I feel like Tampa was more lethal than the Leafs can be, especially in the postseason. So it's going to be interesting. Okay. And right off the bat, Barkov wins the draw. It's chased down. Bobrovsky's going to sling it down, though. Well, Toronto's going to keep it in, but it's going to go back. Seth Jones will flick it up the boards. And now here comes the Florida Panthers. But Nyes will intercept it. And that'll be the it. Shout out our friend Hot Take Hockey, by the way. He's at the game. So he's at the game. He's cheering him on. I don't know where he's at or what he's doing, but he's there. Oh, my God. The Leafs just scored. Right up. Nylander, just an innocuous shot off the point, and the Leafs are up 1-0. Leafs are up 1-0. Wow. Wow. That's odd. Yeah, this is what you want if you're Toronto. Yeah, nice play up the boards by Pacioretty, and just Nylander flicks it on the boards there, and Toronto is up 1-0. And that is exactly what you want if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, and exactly what you don't want if you're a Florida Panthers fan. So there you go, right in the first 30 seconds in, and Willie Nee gets his 4th of the playoffs and now leads the Leafs in goals. Now here comes the Leafs. Oh, another quick shot. Wow. Wow, 24th career goal for a Willie Nylander. What a goal. Sorry for not being like super hyped. Like it caught me off guard. What a shot. So maybe this is Toronto's year, guys. Woo! All right, let's get a little volume here. Just a tad. Yep. As I said before, so yeah, I mean, I almost don't even blame Florida. Really, it was just a great play for the Leafs. Now Lawton up top. They've got that Lawton. I think that's Cali Yarncrow is 19. Yarncrow. Why is this not updating for me? For the Leafs, 19 is Yarncrow. I was on it. I'm good. I know these guys. I know these guys. I'm good. Okay. Yep. Now it's going to be dumped all the way down by Toronto. That will be icing. So 18-15, the Florida Panthers will face a icing in the first period. Really want to chat with you guys, but we're glad to do a little bit of play-by-play here. But that's definitely not my forte. Just a fun hockey chatting is what I like to do. But we're working on it. By the way, almost 2,000 subscribers on X or YouTube. Almost to 2,000 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Our numbers are not reflecting it in the live streams, but the views on stuff are really being good. So getting a lot of views on the shorts and stuff. So fun stuff. Steph, you should put on Raw. Okay, face off won by Florida. Turned around by Reinhart. Reinhart's going to take it all the way down, but he's going to throw it out front. It's going to be intercepted by Chris Tanev. Tanev is going to get it all the way up the ice. Now, here comes Jake McCabe. He's going to take it up in the rush. Now, Seth Jones is going to play it around. Now, Florida's taking it back out. Reinhardt's going to get to the center line. He's going to dump it in. Barkov is going to pursue. He's going to pin Tanev up against the board. Big hit by Barkov. Now, Jones is going to play it at the blue line. He's going to swing it around, but Stolars is going to go out and get it and play it. It's going to be stopped by Jones, still kept in. Back to Stolars, who plays it behind the net and lets it lay. Matthews will scoop it up, and now the Leafs will try to get it out here as McCabe gets it back, playing it back to his D partner, which I believe is still Tanev. But they're making a change because Willie Nylander and now John Tavares are out there with Max Pacioretty. They're going to dump it in, and Patches is going to throw a big forecheck. It looks like the Leafs are trying to give Florida a little bit of their own medicine. Now, here comes Matthew Tkachuk. He's got it at the center line. He's going to get it up to Mikkola. Mikkola will dump it all the way in. Stolar's playing the puck almost every time, dropping behind his net. No shots on goal yet for Florida. It's 1-0, 16:47 left to go in the first. And we are up and going. Now, here comes Lorenz. He's going to dump it in. Lindell's going to pick it up, though, and get it back up. Florida's going to turn and burn very quickly. Now, Nate Schmidt's going to pass it off. Quick shot to Marchand. Marchand's shot's going to be blocked by Morgan Riley. Now we're going to have a 2-on. Nope, the Leafs are not going to get up. The Florida got back quick. Bob's going to go behind and play it. Now, it's going to be played back up. It's going to be... This is the E2 Luosterainen, Marchand, Lindell line. It's going to be dumped in. I don't know if that was offsides or icing. Sorry, I missed that. Charles Davis. Appreciate you. I'm going to go back to the view there. Yeah, there was nothing he could do there. Tavares screened him. Bobrovsky never saw that shot. It's definitely a goal you would have wanted back. But great way to start the game if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, and a great way for the home crowd. Now, quick face-off win out to McCabe, then to Tanev. Shot deflected wide. Now it's kicked up the ice by Florida, but The Leafs keep it in now. Here comes Marchand. That was icing, by the way, because that goal. So yeah, 33 seconds in. Now we're gonna get another icing call against Florida. Good God, man. What a way to start the game if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. So they're going to bring out the Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Matthew Nyes line to face off against now a little bit of a tired Lundell, Marchand, E2 Luosterainen line against Nate Schmidt and Ballskins is in. Quick shot from the point. Never saw it but it went wide was Bob. Now Nyes behind, but he's going to lose it. Marner and Matthews are kind of bunched together. It looks like Florida's going to come away with it. Now going to draw to the center line. Marchand's going to get it, but now counterattacking Mitch Marner. Now to Nyes. Nyes going to sling it down, but it's going to be blocked away by Ballskins. What a good play there. Or actually, I think they got a change there. Seth Jones and Forsling got on, so they don't have but the Florida has to get their forwards off. So Jones is going to lather it down, and it's going to be picked up by Chris Tanev. No icing. He's going to get it before. Now it's the Tavares Nylander line. Quick line changes for the Leafs, too. Really liking to see that from them early. Feels like that's a good strategy from. Okay, now here we go. We may have a potential 2-on-2. Drop pass. Shot. Almost a score there from the Florida Panthers. That was a little 2-on-2, and Stolarz loses his helmet. That's the first shot on goal, I believe, in the game by the Florida Panthers. 14:52 left to go. Carter Verhaeghe dropped it for Reinhart, and Reinhart just shoots it right off the mask and takes Stolarz' mask off. So he was going ear hole there. If he's a little bit left to the right, though, that's a goal. So interesting. Is that a strategy there? Animal, what's going on? Appreciate you. Andy, appreciate you the gifts. Appreciate the gifts. Appreciate that, man. Yes. So, okay. I don't need this on my screen, and I just want to keep. All right. Here we go. All right. The Leafs win it now. Morgan Riley up in the play. He's going to chip it all the way down in the corner, but Florida will recover behind the net. That is Miko Mikola. They're going to drop it down, but now here comes Brandon Carlo. He's going to pick it up. So, Florida not possessing the puck very well. The Leafs are getting it up and out quick. And they're not they're kind of neutralizing the forecheck of the Florida Panthers so far. So you got to love the start if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Now, here comes Florida. Seth Jones. He doesn't want to be skating the minutes that he has to skate. That's going to be offsides, but they're not going to call it. But I think if this becomes a goal, Toronto will review this because I'm pretty sure looked like to me, guys, just from the camera angle, Jesper Broquist was offsides, but they didn't. Now it doesn't matter because it's already been blown, taken out of their area, so no big deal. But if Florida would have worked a goal out of that, I think that might have been considered offsides for review. The linesman wasn't on the line and he called it safe, but it, not good. Quick shot from the point by the Leafs and it's saved by Bobrovsky. He saw that one all the way. That was from, I think, Simone Benoit there. But again, if you're just joining us, Willie Nylander sneaks one short side by Bobrovsky, who never saw a thing. 59 on all 60 on all platforms. Sound the siren. What's up, man? You have a good, I hope you had a good show, man. I saw you were live. I wanted to tune in, but I was already live streaming. So hope you guys are having a good season, man. And yes, tomorrow, Caps and you got the Caps playing the Carolina Hurricanes. I hope you guys, it'll be exciting. I know it's in Washington, D.C. Merrick's going to be there. It'll be cool. So I have never been to Verizon Center. I want to get there. Raleigh, too. Want to get there. That would be great. Gotta wear my Gordie Howe Hartford Whalers jersey. By the way, guys, we're at a commercial break, so I'm just killing time. But never forget the greatest goal song of all time that belongs to the Carolina Hurricanes franchise now, but was with the Hartford Whalers. Brass Bonanza, my favorite of all time. Shira McCarthy. What's up, Shira McCarthy? I hope I said that right. Andrea, how's it going? Appreciate you. I love that you got that face attached to your thing. That's nice. Love it. Andrea, sound like a great person. Anyway, yeah, the whale, buddy. Do yourself a favor and just YouTube Brass Bonanza. Not now, but whenever you get a chance. It's a great goal song. I think it should still be in effect. So, again, if you're just joining us, 1-0 Leafs, 13:40 left. ESPN's got the whole crew there, as they should. This is going to be good stuff, man. So, yeah, look, if you're Toronto, you just want to split or you're up 2-0. If you're Florida, you're not stressed about losing game one. You're probably out your best defensive defenseman. And honestly, nothing on Bob. If this is a 1-0 game, I'll see it. We'll see. So, and 3 Stanley Cup members of that Florida Panthers team, Arlen Ekman-Larsson, Steven Lorenz, and Anthony Stolarz. I don't think it's a secret what they want to do. Matthew Chu, what's up? I mean, everybody knows there's no secret here. They know what they want to do here. So, it shouldn't be complex. All right, Florida wins the faceoff. Now Marchand, he's going to skate. Boy, he's getting booed big time. He'll get the puck to the blue line. Now Marchand jumps over. They're going to call offsides, though. Oh, Max Domi already in the face of Marchand. It makes it a lot easier to be chippy and when you're ahead. And this is exactly what the Leafs wanted, right? 62 on all platforms. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Oh, there's going to be a cross check. Chris Rooney's calling a cross check. Okay, this is a weird one for me. Yeah, this is a really bad call, guys. This is a super bad call. Domi didn't do anything. There's no penalty here. This, of course, Florida will score. This is an absolutely bad call by Chris Rooney. Not a good look here, Chris Rooney. I'm not mad that we lost. I'm more annoyed how we lost game 7 to Winnipeg. I feel you, darkness. Okay, now Florida wins the faceoff, but now they get it out of the zone. Oh, it's going to go all the way down. Here comes, Mitch Marner loses it to Seth Jones. What a defensive play by Jones. Again, not a good call by Domi, but not a good call against Domi. Domi did nothing. He did absolutely nothing there. I don't know what Rooney thought he saw from the corner of his eyes, but Toronto is doing a good job of clearing the puck here. 1:30 left already in this power play. Now here comes Jones. He's going to skate it out of the defensive zone for Florida, drop it all the way back to Barkov. Barkov will skate to the red line. He passes it to nobody. Kachuk has to go back and get it. And yeah, no, blended. That was a really bad call. There's no defending that at all. It's just stay out of the game. We don't need you to be involved at all. Let the players decide it on the ice, unless it's really bad. Charlie, how you doing, buddy? You got to be wilding about your Jets. I thought for sure, Charlie, you were done for, man. I thought for sure you were done for. All right, here goes Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett's going to skate down. Now, Evan Rodriguez. It's going to be just taken by Tanev. Tanev's going to skate it around. I think the Leafs were really irritated with this call, and they should have been. 38 seconds left. Now, Nate Schmidt, who had, I think, 3 goals in the last series gets it up to Bennett. Bennett's going to shoot. Oh, wouldn't it be appropriate if Sam Bennett scores? Shot on goal, only Florida's second shot of the game. Yeah, you know what, Blended? You never know what he saw on the ice, but they didn't show an effective replay. Again, it could have been somewhere else, and we just didn't see it, but there definitely was not a penalty there, what they showed on TV, at least my feed, again. So, anyway, Sam Bennett with a quick shot. Here we go. Ken, Top, what's up? How's it going? Appreciate you. All right, now Florida, 29 seconds left to go in the power play. Here's the faceoff. Bennett loses it clearly. Now Benoit's going to get it and turn it all the way back down. That's going to probably kill the majority of the power play. Maybe one more rush here Nate Schmidt's going to throw it up the side to Marchand. Marchand kicks it over to Bennett. Bennett back to Marchand. Bennett down all the way around. It's going to be picked up by Lundell. Lundell back to Marchand. Marchand over to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to shoot, and it's blocked away. Now, 1 second. Domi will come out of the box. This will not be icing. Yeah, that was a really bad call, but I'm for Leaf fans, I'm actually really glad that wasn't scored. Bryson, what's up, man? How are you doing? Appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. Oh, quick off the break. Sorry, fellas. What happened there? And the Toronto Maple Leafs almost did too. And Boquist almost scored a breakaway goal there. Kind of just snuck right in the middle. All right. So, quick. Forsling kept it in. But they did nothing. Loose to Ryan in there, takes the puck off of Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Now we're getting a little bit of a fork. Nope. Back Barkov. Again, not a ton of sustained pressure from the Florida Panthers. I love what I'm seeing from the Leafs as far as compete. This is good stuff. Yeah, Charlie, I don't think any Winnipeg Jets fan thought they were winning that game down 3-1 with 3 minutes left and you have to pull the goalie. There's just no way. Not Aiden. How's it going? Quick. Bang. Big checks by Florida, but the puck bounces right out to Matthew Nyes. Now we've got a little bit of a Marner, Nyes, McCabe rush. McCabe's going to get to the puck first. He's going to get destroyed, but he's going to reach. He's going to reverse hit Kulikov there, 7. I believe that's Kulikov. Sorry. Again. Yeah, Kulikov. Dmitry Kulikov. Sorry. The live summary is not sticking with me. Again, if you're just joining us, Willie Nylander scored 30 seconds into the game, 33 seconds in. It's 1-0 Toronto. Since then, Florida's kind of found their game a little bit here. Yeah, McCabe just destroys Kulikov. He sees him coming. Kulikov's coming to light him up, and McCabe just braces and gets him. What a hit. This Toronto Maple Leafs team is not going to be pushed around, man. Scotty, how's it going? Welcome to the show. So 9:49 left. We're going to a commercial break. Toronto looking like the real deal. Hey, maybe the Maple Leafs are the favorites. So I hate to say it for you, though, Charlie. I have a tough time seeing you guys win in the next round as Jets fans. I really do. I think without Morrissey and without Scheifele, that's going to be a bridge too far against that center depth of, even if Dallas doesn't get Heiskanen and Robertson back right away, going to be a tough thing you got to think there with Wyatt Johnson and Rantanen and Sagan and Ben and, Duchesne. I thought Duchesne had a lot of great A's. I think people are going to look back at that series and be like, hey, Mackenzie Blackwood was really good for Colorado. That was an actually nice signing there. So excuse me. All right. If this is a blowout, maybe we call it early night, huh? So, yep. New York Islanders win the draft lottery. That was crazy. Couldn't happen to a better franchise, in my opinion. They needed it badly. They've had, they moved out of their old building. They had to move to Brooklyn. Nobody went to their games. Their fan base was completely displaced. And then they go back to Long Island. They get the UBS Arena. They get a good owner. And, Lou did a good job there for a while. I contend, too, and you guys will have to tell me. By the way, 62 on all platforms. Leave a like, subscribe, share the stream. Leave likes, tap the screen. We're at 1.3K likes on TikTok. I appreciate you guys on TikTok, so thank you so much. But, it was really, that I wonder, if they keep John Tavares, if he re-signs with them, do they win a Stanley Cup? They were in 2 game 7s of the Eastern Conference Finals. You think that guy being in the lineup might be a difference? Tavares over Bor Horvat, they probably don't make the Bor Horvat trade, So, maybe they trade Atu Ratu for somebody else, So, all right, now here comes Kachuk. He's going to play it all the way up here to Evan Rodriguez. They're going to dump it in. Florida's getting a little bit of their forecheck going, but they're having a tough time keeping the puck on the in their zone. Their defensemen are not keeping it in. Mikkola let that one go right by. But Florida has definitely settled down. They're starting to get to their you're less worried about Dallas than the Blues. All right, Charlie. Okay. I think you're not correct, but that's okay. You got to believe, man. Yeah, Avi. So far, I feel like it's starting to turn a little bit here, Avi, towards Florida, but yeah, the Leafs look good. Now let's see if they can play a full 60. Yeah, Avi, absolute terrible call. It was not a good call. Nobody agreed with it. I think if you're a Florida Panthers fan, you don't even want to score there because you'll just never hear the end of it. So, oh my God, Avi, Avi. I kind of thought you'd be rooting for the Florida because the farther they get, the higher that pick for Marchand goes. So that turns into a first rounder, I think, if they make the conference finals. I think, or the something, it turns into something. You have to look at the details of that pick. Actually, I might be able to do that for you. Yeah, let's see. What do they got? Where's the picks? Yeah. Changed by Florida. The Leafs are just in their own end here. They're going to jump it up. Oh, here we go. We got a pretty good pass to Matthew Knies. Shoot. Oh, wow. Just trickles a little bit wide. Matthews Knies follows his shot, but Barkov's going to beat him to the boards and win the board battle. Now here comes Florida. They may have numbers. 3-on-2. Yep, 3-on-2 Florida. Reinhart gets it to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe behind the net. He's going to sauce it around the other side, but it's going to be taken off his stick by the Leafs. Toronto overplaying a little bit, though, behind there. They were lucky that Florida didn't get the puck out in front because they weren't going to have the defensive numbers there. Now they're going to dump it in, though. Seth Jones will get to it first. Quick little check from Matthew Austin type, on Seth Jones, but Florida will contain, and now dumped in by Barkov. Barkov's going to throw it down and take a shot at Benoit. Benoit's going to get it around, but Florida's forecheck is going to keep the puck in for a moment. Now it goes all the way around. Now back to AJ Greer. Here comes Florida, but now the Leafs turn it over. Now Max Pacioretty drops it to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, oh my God, a rebound and a score by Toronto. Willie Nylander is on fire. 2-0 Toronto. This is the best thing that could have happened to Leafs fans. So I just kept thinking Toronto could be here. Yeah, Pacioretty drops to Larson. He shoots it and a big rebound, and then Willie Nylander just picks it up and goes short side on Bob. And the Leaf fans are rocking Scotiabank Arena. 2-0 Toronto. Wow. Hey, by the way, 60 on all platforms. Thank you. W. Pan Hanks. How's it going, W. Pan Hanks? Appreciate you. I'm amazed, guys. I'm amazed. This is amazing. Florida is getting worked right now at their own game, quite frankly. So the Florida Panthers got to settle it down a little bit here, control the puck, and get their game going, or Toronto is going to blow them out of the tank. Yeah, 2-0 Leafs. Yes, I'm still shocked. Avi, Boston Bruins fan, rooting for the Leafs. Now drop pass to Marchand. Marchand skates. Shot blocked away. I believe Yardcrow got it. Now kicked around. Luostarinen back. Going to get out front. Florida cannot let the Leafs score the next goal, I think. They have to, a quick check from behind there by Morgan Riley. The Leafs are going to win the puck battle. They're going to get it out. Lorenz is going to chip it up. Matthew Tkachuk going to recover it. They're going to recoil in their own end. He's going to sauce it. It's going to be good, though, because it was tipped in by Nico Mikkola. Mikkola's going to be in on the forecheck. Now, Matthew Knies. Oh, nope. Mikkola gets it at the point. Shot. Kicked away. Now, up to Domi. Domi flicked it around. Here's Bobby McMahon. Shot. Saved by Bobrovsky. He'll hold on to it. 5 shots from the Leafs, 3 from Florida, 2-0, 5:53 left in the first. This is pandemonium right now. It's got to be a loud atmosphere there at Scotiabank Arena. Okay, now they're calling a penalty. I believe this is going to go against Florida. Yeah, really nice goal from Willie Nylander, who has 2 now. Willie on fire. Yeah, and look, the Leafs are definitely playing defense first, guys. They're all over the puck, swarming. This, if you're a Leafs fan, this is exactly what you wanted to see. We're on commercial break. Hold on a sec. I'm going to fix something. Give me 1 sec, guys. Still that commercial. Still that commercial there. Wanted to fix the background a bit. That is a real background. So, oh, hey, Bone. You coming to say hi? Come on, Bone. Oh, you thought I had food. Yeah, Steph, I didn't feed the dogs either. My stream started. Okay, Nico Mikkola did get the penalty for holding. Regardless, Toronto was probably owed one. So this is a huge kill for the Florida Panthers. They cannot go down 3-0 in the first here. They are not this is not conducive to a win by Florida. Florida needs to get out to a lead. So Avi, did you spoil in the chat? Are you spoiling in the chat? Oh, Nylander shoots. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Steph. Appreciate it. I forgot. Anyway, Leaf Nut 34. What's up, Leaf Nut 34? Here comes Nylander up the wing to Nyes. This is on the power play for Toronto. Nyes back all the way to Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner shoots. Now recovered by. Okay. Oh, let's go. Yeah. You're not behind. It's 5:08 left. 1:14 left in the power play. Recoiling Marner. He's going to drop it back to Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews will skate. He'll try to. That was not a great pass from Matthews. He kind of let that one go. Now Nylander's going to have to go back in his own end and recover it. He's behind Stolars now. 57 seconds left to go in the power play. Florida doing a pretty effective job not giving them anything. They were 16 for 18 in the first round, only 17 shots allowed. That's going to be a huge factor in this. But, oh, we got another penalty. What's going on? Oh, too many men on the ice for Toronto. Toronto got to get their head in the game, man. This is Toronto Maple Leafs mistakes now. Totally negates their power play. They have a chance to put a stranglehold on this series and go up 3-0 in the game, and they have 6 men on the ice. And it's clear 6 men, guys. It's not even close. So they're showing the replay. It's actually 7. They had 7 guys on the ice. When you're on a power play, it's unexcusable. So yeah, it was not even close. This is legit. This is the first legit penalty that I didn't even see a good replay of the Mikkola call, by the way. So this is the first legit penalty by the refs in favor of Florida, but it's only the second penalty called on Toronto. The first one was a phantom call on Max Domi. But quick face off. Domi wins it, and now it's going to get behind the net here. Florida going to put a little bit of pressure on, but here comes Bobby McMahon. Bobby McMahon's going to skate all the way down. He's going to shoot a big rebound out in the middle. Boy, if Morgan Riley was right there, that's probably a tap in. Now Riley's going to let it go through. McMahon, he tries to saucer it over to Morgan Riley. It's 4-on-4 for 22 seconds left. This is fire wagon hockey right now. But here comes Domi. The Leafs are playing like their hair's on fire. McMahon's going to sling it around. Here comes Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley is going to get it back to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Oliver Ekman-Larsson's going to play it down in his own end to Austin Matthews. 2 seconds left to go on the power. Now it's going to be a 1-12 power play. Matthews is going to throw it on the net and hit the side of the net. Boy, I think half the arena might have thought he scored there the way the puck bounced. Now Matthews is going to skate all the way down into the neutral zone, throw it down to Tanev at his own end, and Tanev is going to clear it. Florida only has a minute left now. Here comes Seth Jones. He's going to skate in. He's going to skate wide. He's going to toss it up to Reinhart. Reinhardt's going to dust the puck off and give it off to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe's going to get to the circle. He's going to cross ice to Barkov. Barkov's going to have some problems holding the puck, but he's going to get it back behind Tkachuk. Now Barkov in. Wow, dangerous now. The Leafs are collapsing a little bit here. Florida is putting a little bit of pressure. Now Verhaeghe. He's going to skate around. He's going to get it behind to Tkachuk. Tkachuk behind the net. He's going to get it all the way up to Jones. Jones shot. Jones scores. Jones scores. And the too many men on the ice bites the Toronto Maple Leafs, man. That's going to be Seth Jones' goal. And I kind of didn't like how the Leafs kind of went to a passive thing. They were doing a really good job putting pressure on them. I don't understand what the thought process there from Berube and company. They probably should have. Daniel King Live, thank you for joining. Guitars and Barbecue. That sounds like a great page. Guitars and Barbecue. Hope you're doing great. All right. That was just a great shot from Jones, by the way. Topo Shelfo. A little slash from McCabe behind there. Now Florida, who's been largely outplayed, are only down a goal here. Once again, the Leafs, their own worst enemy by taking that too many men. Now, quick, up front. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Nope, it's not. Now we got a 2-on-1. Morgan Riley, John Tavares. Morgan Riley shoots and he scores. I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty. But Toronto goes right back up. Yeah. Toronto. They know they got to atone for it. I'm still recovering from the debacle Saturday night. Guitars and Barbecue. Are you a Avalanche fan? That's rough, my friend. All right. Yeah, Morgan Riley just rips it and beats him. Kind of a bad goal from, he's looking off him, but like you kind of expect Bobrovsky to make that save there. But great goal. Morgan Riley, playoff performer. I know my main man, Hot Take Hockey, is going wild there. John Viveros, he's going nuts there at Scotiabank. So, yeah, really bad from Florida there. Honestly, there was a trip from there that I kind of thought they should have blown it dead. But, it looked like the Florida player kind of got tripped. But, okay, here comes Florida now. Yeah, wow. Yep, our friends were down the street, our Blues fans, rough weekend. Oh, man, that is tough. Guitars and Barbecue, yep. I feel like if you're the Blues, though, you're feeling okay because you got a very young team. You're going to bring basically that entire team back in some capacity, in some regard. Going to be icing here with 1:56 left to go on Florida. So, worst case, Florida, you're down 3-1 here. But, you got a goal. You've gotten to Stolars. But, yeah, not ideal from Bob there. So, very big goal. Big goal. Yeah, that was a huge response for sure. Morgan Riley. Blues had a fantastic season, forced the game 7. Yeah, against the President's trophies. You can't get upset. Florida hasn't been playing very good the past 2 months. That's why it's been surprising they beat Tampa in 5. Thomas, they had everybody injured. They were holding all their guys out. That's why they weren't good. They didn't have anybody in the lineup. If you weren't watching the games, they clearly were undermanned. They had 4 or 5 guys that were completely out. And then Ekblad got the 20-game suspension too. So they weren't even planning on that. Oh, bad turnover by Florida. Now, drop pass, Matthews. Oh, my God. If Matthews scored there, this game would have been over. I would have called it the night. Honestly. Like, come on. What do you got going on here? Yeah, playoffs are a new season. That, hey, look, and I think if you're Florida, you played really lousy here, and you actually could be in this game. Just a one odd man rush. But boy, you gotta have Bob have that save right there. So Matthews, if you're a Leaf fan, Matthews scores there. He's goated. Okay. Um, all right, here we go. Face off. Max Domi wins it. Oh, they're gonna call it a bad drop. Yeah, you gotta score there, I think, Avi. You gotta score there. That honestly, I feel like Matthews had a better shot to score there than Riley, but Riley comes up in the clutch a lot for them. Oh, quick face-off win by the Leafs. It's blocked off Nylander's stick, though. Now Florida, they're realizing, hey, they cannot keep the puck off these dangerous guys' sticks. So again, if you're Florida, you still have the worst lead in hockey. Oh, quick shot on goal, and it was almost deflected by Luosterainen. Man, you do not want to. Oh, only 4 shots on goal by Florida, by the way, 10 by the Leafs. So again, if you're Toronto, you're just feeling really good about yourself. Um, Here comes Marchand. He tries to make a move. Marchand is not the player he once was. Not a great move there by Marchand. I've actually seen a lot of the third line. I need to see more from Reinhart, Verhaeghe, you know, Rodriguez, these other lines. They need to get going here. If you're Matthew Tkachuk, Bennett. Oh, big hit by Bennett. Now Tkachuk's going to recover. Oh man, it's good defensive play there by the Leafs. 26 seconds left to go in the period. Max Pacioretty, he's going to kick the puck up, but it's going to be intercepted by Florida. Now Florida's going to get it in, but it's taken off the stick by, I believe that's Holmberg. Now Holmberg behind the net. He's going to throw it on net. Nothing there. 7.6 seconds left. We're going to get a freeze of the puck. Yes, that is Pontus Holmberg. Sorry. Pontus Holmberg, Max Pacioretty, and John Tavares are playing something. It's third line, I guess. So, wow. Unreal. Who do we got in the chat here? We got Riccardi 12 and sorry about that. I was going to put a bet down on this game and I should have thought about it. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I appreciate everybody. I saw Greg was there. Sorry, Greg, if you left. I didn't acknowledge you. Quick shot. Bobrovsky saved. 1.5 seconds left. Thomas, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. I feel all you St. Louis Blues fans. All right, here we go. Good God, man. Honestly, Bob's made a couple of saves. This could be worse if he was off his game. You probably want the not the big rebound to eliminate the second Nylander goal. The first one I don't put on him. And then the Riley goal you'd like to see a save, but quick shot by Matthews right before the period. We are going to be at an intermission break. Wow, guys. Unreal. Toronto Maple Leafs coming out and destroying the Florida Panthers in the first, scoring 3 goals on them. Florida gets the 1 power play goal for the 2 men on the ice from Seth Jones, but not a good showing from Florida. Nylander with his 4th and 5th. Now he leads the Leafs. Jones is 2nd of the playoffs, and Morgan Riley gets 3. Pretty good. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back. Holly, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. American-born, Canadian heritage at heart. All right, Holly, appreciate you having you. TikTok. So I'm going to take like a 5-minute break, guys, just a quick bathroom break and replenish the water and stuff. Yeah, Nylander looking really good, Avi. And I'll be back on all streams. So just give me a few moments. Charlie says the way Hellebuck played in the first period down 2-0, the Blues should have won that game, but they're back with the lead, and hence Jets wiggled their way back. Jets fans were happy about that. Yeah, but remember, Charlie, they didn't even score a goal with Hellebuck on the ice. Like the Blues outscored the Jets 17-5 in games in St. Louis. They could have won that series, yeah, and Hellebuck let in 11 goals above expected. The worst by the playoffs for sure. Oh, we could have AK Howie 21 on as a guest. Let's see if he wants to come on. It's asking. So I haven't done this one before. We'll try it out. Okay. I do not want any more updates from this game because I don't care. By the way, we have basketball being played. Knicks and Celtics. That's not a close game. So, all right. Yeah, it was not a good performance by the Jets, and it's even going to be made worse by the fact that it was not a good performance by the Jets. It's going to be who's with us? Hey, Riccardi, appreciate you. It's not going to be even. It's going to be harder, I believe, because Robertson and Heiskanen will be back in this series at some point. And then, yeah, Charlie, you know what, man? This was the Winnipeg Jets fans getting the hockey gods coming in and saying, you guys deserve to see a win game 7 at home. Like, quite frank, man. That's what that is. Racer Blues, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Yeah. I feel for Blues fans, but I also it would have been devastating to see all those Winnipeg Jets fans, go home disappointed. And if you're a Blues fan, you're a very young team. You're the second youngest team in the playoffs behind Montreal. You're the youngest in the West. And that's with guys like Ryan Suter on your team. He's like 40. So, and Suter, I thought Suter played pretty well, in that whole playoffs. He wasn't even a liability for them, where I felt like it's not Gabriel. What's up? Appreciate you. Anyway, we are now 5:03 on Alaska Standard Time. That means it's 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So late start time. This is 7 minutes to go in the intermission, guys, if you're curious where we're at. And 60 on all platforms. I appreciate you. So, good. I'm not killing it. I'm not Heat Daddy, who's got 7.2K. But I'm good. I'm in my place where I feel like I like what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. Again, if you're just joining us, we shot live. The New York Islanders shot from 10-1 to win the draft lottery. So probably couldn't have happened at a better day, because I saw that Governor Hochul from New York wrote a letter to the NHL pissed that they're canceling the All-Star game next year. But guys, there's going to be the Olympics. So they're not going to have an All-Star game. So just push the All-Star game to 2027 is what I say. Just give them to 2027. It's makes no sense. These people in power, they tend to complicate things. So yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I got you, Charlie, but I just, to me, if Heiskanen and Robertson are back, that is such a deep Dallas Stars team, and it's up the middle that really makes the difference, and you're missing Scheifele. And I don't know why the Blues stopped skating in the overtimes. They just didn't do what they did. I don't know if they got tired or, I just, they changed their strategy. It didn't make any sense. They had one high danger shot in both overtimes. It's like they quit. So I know sometimes you just you're not the better team, but that was a weird one for me, because I felt like the Blues pretty much dominated that game for 57 minutes. And then the Jets pull their goalie and they get two goals. So, wow. So, yeah, it's going to be real. PK is 2-6. So if I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, I am loving this. This is awesome. So I am very stoked. This is exactly what you needed in the first period. Toronto, 12 shots on goal, winning the faceoffs, 52.2%. They are 0 for 1 on the power play. That they taken 4 penalties, but the first one we can just wipe that one off the screen. 13 hits now. Florida out hitting, but I've seen a lot of that this year where teams that are hitting a lot being aggressive, they're not winning the game. They're putting themselves 4 block shots for Toronto over the 3, 5 giveaways for the Florida, only 4 for Toronto, 2 takeaways for the Florida Panthers. That's one of the categories they're winning besides hits. To Toronto's 1. But again, Toronto 3-0 in this postseason when scoring the first goal. 33 seconds into the game, they score a goal here. This is a big one here. Now, 2-goal lead, not insurmountable. Not insurmountable. We're going to get back to the game here real quick. It is 3-1 Maple Leafs at home. We are about 4 minutes from puck drop for the second period. Still out and Zamboni in the ice there. Welcome back. It's not Gabriel. Appreciate you. Oh my God. Did the Reds lose to the Nats 18-17? Is that a real baseball score? Is that a real baseball score? Yeah, you're out Morrissey and you're out Scheifele. Yeah. Yeah, I thought all the second round matchups are going to be really, really good. Yeah, I still, I told you, I see a lot of the experts and a lot of the models are picking Vegas, but I still feel like Edmonton's going to be tough. Yeah, Leafs Panthers are going to be good. Capitals Canes should be good. That's a obviously Metro rivalry. Oilers Vegas should be good. Jets Stars, yep, all good. I worry the Jets, they're going to be at home, so that's good. That's going to benefit the Jets. So I just worry the Jets, the injuries and stuff are going to catch up to them. Yeah. I love it. Charlie, you got to go for your team, man. You got to go for your team. Hey, look, Jets make the Stanley Cup final, win the whole thing. I'll be right there supporting them. That's awesome. Yeah, I just think, Avi, when you look at top to bottom, who are the deepest, best teams? Where's a weakness Dallas has? Well, you could say defense, but they get Heiskanen back, they're going to be fine. And you could say forwards, they're already deep on forwards. So, yeah. I mean, I like Toronto, Charlie. I had them in the conference finals. I felt like this was a chance for them to make the conference finals. Now, I thought they might play Tampa in this round. And I thought Tampa would be beat up from playing Florida. Now, that being the case, Florida had a real short series. Listen, it's not over till the home team loses. But that being said, all you got to do here, if you're Florida, not panic. You're defending Cup champs. You only need to take one of these games in Toronto. So if you lose this game badly, it's just like, oh, it's good. You got some notes and stuff. So it'll be good, man. Who do we got in the chat? Riccardi. What's up, Riccardi? Yeah, lots of hockey left to be played for sure. I mean, a lot of people picking the Canes. I'm not. I don't even know. I haven't even really decided. I have to see how this plays out. I think if the Capitals can force their way. Yayo, what's up? What's going on, Yayo? Appreciate you joining us. So if you're just joining, this is game 1. Leafs hosting the defending Stanley Cup champions in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. They are up 3 goals to 1 after 1 period. No, I don't think so, Avi. They don't need it. They play each other a bunch. They're both in the same division. There's no feeling out when you're playing a divisional game. You know what you're getting. They've played them since they've had Stankoven. Like and Hall. They know what that lineup's going to bring. It's really not that much of a different team. So, I mean, honestly, if you want to be quite frank, I feel like they're probably less lethal without Natchez on that team. And if they had Rantanen, it would be a different story. But there's not going to be any feeling out. Capitals are going to come in and they're going to try to play physical. That's what they need to do against that team. And they're not going to be panicked in their own end because you know Carolina's going to possess the puck a lot and they're going to get a lot of shots on goal. I have a lot more faith in the Capitals goaltending than I do in the Canes, but we'll see, man. It's going to be interesting. The Capitals at times feel like a team to destiny this year. It's just going to be interesting. This Morgan Riley goal, man, like I think Mikkola does exactly what he should have done. And I don't know if he committed late. He takes away the pass. You've got to make that save there if you're Bob, to me. So, all right, we're about to get underway here. Puck drop for the second period. So here we go. Gotta love Willie Nylander getting the goals there, by the way. Good stuff. But again, Toronto, it's not games 1 through 4 that really make me nervous. It's games 5, 6, and 7. So, like, that's when they have problems. So, Toronto's great running up from the front. So, if they win this game, it means nothing. But typically, teams that win the first game win the series a lot. So, you never know. All right, now Toronto is putting the pressure on here. No, sorry. This is all Florida putting the pressure on now. We're now on the other end. Here comes Reinhart. He's going to cut. Great defensive play by Matthews. Took the puck off, but then he's checked off the puck. Now back in the corner to Tanev. Tanev takes a big hit, but the puck gets over to McCabe. McCabe's going to throw it up to Matthews, and he'll dump it in. Seth Jones is going to pick it up. He's going to throw it. Matthew Nyes is going to get a lick on him, though. The Leafs are not shying away from hits. Now here comes Barkov, 2-on-2. He's going to make a move. Toe Driggy all the way around. He's going to go around the horn. He's going to sling it around, get it to Reinhart. Reinhart's not going to be able to hold on to it, though. Florida having a really tough time controlling the puck. They're not keeping the puck on their stick really well. I think it's a testament to the Leafs. They're putting a lot of pressure on him. Now Mikkola from behind. He's going to drop it around for Kulak. Kulikov, sorry. Not Kulak. Kulak plays for Edmonton. Now, Eetu Luostarinen is going to dump it in. Ooh, boy, that looked like offsides. But no, Florida just walked right in and got a really primo shot on goal. So that should be Florida's 5th shot on goal. Now, it went really quick up to Lawton, but Florida's going to recoil. And I believe Balskins is going to take it. Balinskis. Sorry, I say Balskins, but it's Balinskis. Anyway, whatever. Matthews and Marner, let's get going. Yeah, Willie showed up. Marner, I thought, had a nice pass or something. I don't know what. No, he doesn't have anything. Yep, okay. We got a penalty being called on somebody. I think this is going to go against Florida. Yeah, Bolinskin's going to go in for hooking. So, no. That's a soft call. That should have been called. No offense. No, I mean, I hated the call on Domi. That was awful. This one, I mean, Yarncrow's holding his stick. So, yeah, no, not a fan. This might be what gets Florida back in the game, though, because they did a really good job on the PK. But a quick shot from the point, and it's deflected by Bobrovsky. Now, Tavares, he's going to try to play it over to Marner, but it's not going to. Remember, the Leafs play the 5 forwards power play. Now, Marner's got it in his own end. He's going to skate back, but Reinhardt's putting pressure on him. Remember, Reinhardt and Barkov, both Selke finalists this year. A little bit upset that Nico Hischier didn't get a little bit of love there. Now, but I mean, they must look at numbers or something too. I don't know. I like for a good part of the year, Pierre-Luc Dubois to be in that too. He played really, really well in that department, but towards the end, I feel like he's been really good defensively still, but he's lost a little bit of the offensive touch, but it is what it is. Career, I think close to a career higher. Anyway, Nyes along the board. Marner, point. He's going to get it to Tavares. Tavares is going to have it taken off his stick. It's going to be batted out of the zone by Florida. 1:08 left to go in the first period. Marner going to take, or not in the first period, in the first power play of this period. Second period's 17. Now, Marner's going to turn around. He's going to pass it off. Domi going to get it over to Pacioretty. Now, back up to Domi. They got the second unit out now. Domi to Marner. Marner backhand out of the zone. Very good penalty kill pressure from Florida. Nico Sturm especially really getting some play on there. Now, here comes Domi. He's going to try to drop it. It's going to be to nobody. It's going to be cleared all the way down. Stolarz is going to go out. He's going to shoot it all the way down to Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley's going to try to get it all the way across. Now it's going to get to McMahon, but that shot's going to be blocked. Now Barkov will recover. 16 seconds left to go in the power play. Nate Schmidt, he's just going to clear it all the way down. Stolarz will stop the puck, and 8 seconds to go. Ekman-Larsson will pass it into the zone. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't icing, but Sam Bennett's going to go down. I don't think he tripped. I think he just lost an edge there, but he's going to get it up. Now Florida's at full strength. Dumped in by the fledged penalty guy, Balinskis. Now Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk would have had a good shot if Bennett doesn't run right into him. He was in the high slot there. Now back to Tkachuk. Tkachuk in. He's going to get it all the way around to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to control along the boards. Rodriguez is going to get it up to Bennett. Bennett over to Tkachuk, but it doesn't get to him. Wow. Kind of forced it there. So, yeah, that power play was god-awful, Avi. Toronto is now 0 for 2 on the power play. That could come to bite them in the butt. Now, here comes Boqvist. Boqvist going to dump it all the way in. It's pinned around by A.J. Greer. Back to Boqvist. Boqvist on the point. Forsling. Now Boqvist shot. Deflected or blocked. Back to Forsling. Forsling out. Kick save by Stolarz. He gets it into the corner. Good job by Stolarz not leaving that puck out there. He's been kind of tough with his rebounds. They're doing really good there. Now the ref, Chris Rooney, goes down. I don't know how he did there because there's nobody by him. He just must have caught an edge or something. Still a battle. Now Toronto's going to come away with it. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Florida was changing anyway. They decided it was too long in the corner there. Quick shot by Tavares on net. Oh, my gosh. And Seth Jones runs into the goalie of his own goalie there. He could have knocked that puck in, but good job by Sergei Bobrovsky. Grind 24. What's up, Grind? Appreciate you. Appreciate you being in the chat. Poppin' mean. So actually, that's going to be a penalty on. What's the penalty? I guess Holmberg took a penalty. He must have taken a run way after on his guy, and they thought it was way late. So now you're going to get a Florida power play. Florida 1 for 2 on the power play already. So Florida, this could be exactly what they need to get right back in this game. Oh, yeah, Holmberg's the reason Jones went in. He cross-checked him from behind. They called interference, but he cross-checked him right into the goalie. So, yeah, no, I don't hate the call because that could have actually resulted in a goal for Bobrovsky. But Holmberg, Toronto's getting their licks every chance they can. So, and they won the faceoff, and they're going to clear it all the way down. Not a terrible penalty in this case the referee's calling it here. Seth Jones going to skate around, drop it back. Verhaeghe, this whole drop back thing is crazy to me. Just the way teams pressure the line. It's like, I guess I don't understand. If you play the forecheck all game, why not just play that way on your power play? But anyway, shot on the point by Verhaeghe. It's a big rebound. Verhaeghe gets it over to Tkachuk. Tkachuk now. He's going to slap pass it all the way back to Verhaeghe in the corner. Toronto's going to come away with it. Marner's going to clear the puck. It's going to be stopped at the blue line by Jones, but it was offside, so they're going to have to, recoil. Now here comes Barkov. Barkov to Reinhart. Reinhart's going to chip it around to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe a little out in front, but Tkachuk's going to keep it in. Now Barkov. Barkov in the corner. He's going to sling it around in the end. Toronto has 3 to every 2. Really good clear. Now Yarncrow going to get the puck. Good job by Toronto on this kill. Yarncrow going to skate in. 2-on-3. Basically, Yarncrow just killing time, dumps it in. Great PK from Toronto right now. Not much from the Florida Panthers here. Now, Bennett's going to take it up the ice. He's going to skate to the right, all the way past the blue line. He's going to blow by all guys. He gets held a little bit there by Benoit, but they're not going to call that. Now, Schmidt holds it in. Marchand all the way out to Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk still out from the first unit. Tkachuk to Marchand. Marchand takes his time and shoots. It's deflected wide. Bennett's going to be in front. Now Marchand's going to recover it on the half wall. He's going to take it to the circle. Schmidt to Kachuk. Kachuk's going to skate to the high circle. He's going to get it down to Bennett. Bennett's going to try to cram it in, but it's going to be deflected away, but they're going to retain. They're going to recoil. Chuck back. Now back to Bennett. Basically the same play. Nothing. Toronto's all over it. They're at full strength. Shot and a save, I guess. Oh, Stolar's lost his mask again. Stolar's has lost his mask twice now in this game. Interesting. Wow. I don't know if he shook it off there or what, because like there was no shot at his mask. I don't know if he got bumped. Oh, Bennett bumped him a little bit there. Bennett bumped it right off him. Bennett ran into his mask. It didn't look like a dirty play. He just kind of was skating by him. It wasn't a typical Jared V. What's up? Appreciate you. It didn't look bad. We're at a commercial break, by the way. 12:40 now. This is a fast game, guys. Going quick. Justin Bieber is hyped for the Leafs as a huge. Is he there? They're showing Justin Bieber. I didn't see Justin Bieber. Yeah, he got bumped, but it was. I'm fine with the stoppage, is what I'm saying, Avi. Yeah, it wasn't a bad. It was a good stoppage. It wasn't like he's, you get the goalie that's like shaking his head to get the mask off. This has been a good game so far. Like, really, I feel like there's probably been 2 penalties you don't like. But everything else has been kind of legit. I mean, the last call was completely legit. So, oh, he's not at the game, huh? I wonder if Bieber can go into Canada right now because he's probably like a material witness in that Diddy case. So, like, they may not allow him to leave the country. I'm wondering. I'm saying that case is coming up. So, yeah, let's keep this 5 for 5. Yeah, I want it 5-on-5 too. I don't think either team has played overly dirty or anything. I think the soft calls early probably got the teams being like, okay, we just got to play our games and hope that it kind of shapes out the way it is. All right, there you go. Toronto. Let's see what Berube has to say. Heavy on. Yep. Heavy on puck battles and looking to attack, Berube says. Yep, they've been good in the neutral zone. I agree with Berube there. And they winning a lot of faceoffs. That's killing Florida. Like, Florida needs to be dominant in the faceoff circle here to kind of put some pressure on Toronto. If they're going to climb back in this game, they've got to have the puck a little bit here. They can't let Toronto dictate the pace of play, and that's kind of what's happening right now. Toronto looks like the better team. That's offsides. That was going to be offsides for sure, but it deflected out. So that goal would not have counted if they had scored there. Or it was very close. Yeah, the Leafs got the momentum, man. They got to, again, I'll tell you, if you're a Florida Panther fan, you need your team to score first. That has to be the case. You cannot be down in a game. So you've got to score first. Yeah, use your feet. The Leafs look like a faster, more skilled team, which they are. Oh, deflected up front, and the Leafs score again. 4-1. This is going to be Tanev's goal. And it is 4-1. Wow, it was deflected in front. I think it went off of Florida Panthers. Yeah, this is a great game from Toronto. This is a good one. The Leafs can win this. The Leafs can win this series. They can win this game. They are looking good. 4-1. So Tanev just shoots it all the way on the point. That's deflected by Matthew Nyes, I believe. So they're saying Nyes didn't touch it, but it looks like Nyes got a piece of it. Regardless, they're going to call it Chris Tanev's goal, and it's going to be 4-1. Wow, we rock and roll. The Toronto Maple Leafs have showed up. Old school. What's up, old school? $15 shots to 9. Now Toronto now Domi all the way across to McMahon. Nope. Now here comes Bennett up the ice. Florida just got to simplify their game now at this point. Oliver Ekman-Larsson takes the guy down, but no penalty. But Florida's going to hold on to it. Seth Jones backhands it to nobody. Now Florida making dumb plays. They got to keep it simple. McMahon going to go all the way down, but Forsling going to take him off the puck. It's going quick and fast now, mighty. Florida going to have to play a little bit of fire wagon hockey here. Seth Jones going to recover in his own end. He's going to get it to Forsling. Forsling back to Jones. Back to Forsling. Forsling just loses the puck between his legs. Florida having problems just doing simple stuff right now. Craziness. Dumped in. The check by Sturm is completely missed. Now the Leafs are going to take it up. Calle Yarncrow all the way down. Toronto, nope. AJ Greer is going to recover it. He's going to get it out to Boquist. Boquist going to try to make the line. It's going to be chipped up. Leafs going to bat it back in. Seth Jones is going to be working hard to get the puck out. Now, up to Greer. Greer's got it. He's going to shimmy shake, shoot way wide. Picked up by Luosterainen, or Lindell, sorry, back from behind. AJ Greer tries to cycle it around. Marchand takes a cross check from McCabe. Greer now forechecking Marchand. Mikkola steps into Pacioretty, but Pacioretty isn't moved. He gets the puck off to Yarncrow. Yarncrow's going to sauce it down. It's going to be picked up by Kulikov. Yeah, this is a big, Toronto's got to show up, but this is it, Avi. This is a good lead for Toronto. 4 goals. You got to feel good if you're a Maple Leafs fan. They're not choking this lead away the way they're playing right now. Quick shot on, they're not giving any passing lanes, anything. And the only offensive pressure Florida's really gotten was on that power play, and it was a shot from the point. It's not really been anything consistent. They're 1 or 2 shots done other than the power plays. So Leafs there's a penalty being called on Florida. Hold. Belinsky's again is going to get called for holding the stick. So fortunate for them, he will not be in the lineup next game, I'm sure. I'm sorry, they're not calling that on Belinsky's. That's going on Barkov. Andre Barkov is going into the box for high sticking against John Tavares. It wasn't holding, it was high sticking. So it was a legit call. And again, I still think Matthew Knies deflected that goal. That goal changes complete pace. It either goes off the defenseman or Matthew Knies' stick. But regardless, that's going to be credited to Chris Tanev right now. But I still think that was Knies up front, or McCabe. One of the two deflected that puck. I'm not sure. So now power play for the Leafs. Now, if you're the Leafs, you want to, hey, Snacks, what's up? Chanky. Hope I said that right, Chanky. Appreciate you. How's it going? So if you are the Leafs, you score on this power play. By the way, 59 on all platforms. Thank you. I'm on X. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I'm on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram. Appreciate all the people that have popped in. The Sound the Siren fan cast. Chanky, Guitars and Barbecue. Bryson Thayer, Andy, E. Jr., Woosaw Branding Company, Matthew Davis, Avi, all my regulars that are in the YouTube. Appreciate you. I think YouTube's pretty chill, though, Avi. You have to block everybody from talking. Everybody's just kind of invested in what's going. We're on a commercial break right now. 9:46 left to go in the first. The Leafs are about to go on their 4th power play of the game. They're 0 for 3. If they score here, they'll go up 5-1. 5-1 in the second. So this Leafs team has suffered a lot in the playoffs. And this Leafs fan base has suffered a lot since 1967. I told John, Avi, my dream Eastern Conference final would be Toronto versus Washington. I would love it. I would love it so much. And I think Toronto would win. And I told him I'd be happy. Like, who cares? Like, none of this shit matters. 500 years, nobody's even going to talk about any of this stuff, man. It's just fun and enjoyable. It's what it is. So, yeah, Toronto, 56 seasons not winning a cup. Rangers, 54, and they won in 94. They're back to like almost a 30-year drought. Buffalo never won. Yeah. Capitals Leafs would be so much fun. I'm not saying taking anything away from the Hurricanes either. Hurricanes would be a handful for anybody. So, but I feel like if Toronto gets to this, they can make the Stanley Cup Finals, and that would be good for the sport, man. It really, really good. I mean, Toronto is the biggest media market in Canada. Their fans have just been starved for anything. Like, so Bennett running into him, they're saying is a little bit. I don't think it was intentional. It didn't even look like he knew where he was. So we'll see. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. I love to get as many people in here as I can. Now the Leafs do not win. They win the faceoff, but can't control. I mean, Florida knows the great thing Florida has done tonight is kill power plays. I'm sorry, this is Toronto's third power play. But they have done a good job killing power plays. 141 today. Now the Leafs killed one of them themselves. I don't know what's happening. Nylander, they stopped the puck, might have been offsides. I got to hear what's happening. Oh, Joseph Wall. I am very sorry, guys. I totally missed this. Joseph Wall is in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I apologize. Stolars did get banged up in that thing against Bennett. I do not think Bennett it was intentional. He just ran into him. I mean, Stolars was falling forward, and Bennett just goes by. I think because it's Sam Bennett, everybody will say it was dirty. It actually didn't even look that hard on live and play. Avi, you saw it. But Joseph Wall is in net halfway through this game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I do not know how that got by me, guys. I very much apologize. This is what happens when I'm not listening to the volume of the broadcast. But anyway, here comes the Leafs battling. 1 minute left to go on the power play. Matthews jumps up in front. He's going to get it behind to Nyes. Nyes is going to sling it around to Tavares. Tavares back out to the point to Mitch Marner. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Domi. Domi's out there with Marner. Now Marner, quick battle. Now Marner to Domi. Domi slap shot. Nice. Kicks it out. Oh, Matthews keeps it in. Matthews, Tavares. Mitch, shoot that shit. What are you doing? Mitch downloaded Tavares. Tavares to Nice. Man, if Mitch shoots from out there, he's got a nice enough shot. Going to be cleared by the Florida Panthers. Boy, Jets Leafs Cup would be crazy, Charlie. That would be awesome. I would love to see someone who hasn't won in a while, Charlie. Like Dallas hasn't won since 99, no big deal. Jets would love to see them win. They've never won one. Edmonton it's been a while since they won one, but they're probably more recent than a lot of teams, 1990. And, obviously Vegas has been real recent. So they could win. They're a good enough team. So you never know. To me, Vegas, Toronto would be a lit one too. Like those are really just all the hate for Vegas. It would be awesome. And I would love to go to Vegas for those games because I would be going. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Okay. Florida did kill that penalty. Here's Verhaeghe in his own zone. He's going to skate around in the offensive zone. That shot, Schmidt kept it on the blue line. Now Barkov out to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe turns, gets it to Barkov. Barkov slings it over to Belinskins. Belinskins is going to shoot it, but it's blocked by Riley. But it's going to be covered by Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe gets it. Now Verhaeghe Domi but now Barkov gets it. Just back and forth. Teams can't hold on to the puck right now. Reinhardt's going to let it all the way go down. Nate Schmidt's going to toss it over to Balinskis. All the way over to Reinhardt's going to shoot from the point, deflected into the corner by Joseph Wall, now in net. His first shot probably faced. If you're Florida, you got to get some pressure here. This is a long shift. They got to score here if you're Florida. 6 minutes left to go. Verhaeghe, he's going to skate wide, all the way around, all the way out to Belinskins. Belinskins, he's going to skate back up to the top of the circle by the Jersey Mike's logo. Scoot in. Quick shot on goal by Verhaeghe, almost a minute 20 in the zone. And Wall, Joseph Wall, the St. Louis native, the guy who many think will be the starter, is in. Could this be a blessing in disguise? Wall deflects one with his blocker. That could have been high. He's already made a couple of nice saves, guys. Joseph Wall in. So apparently the concussion spotters or something took Stolars out of the game from looked like a bump in the head by Sam Bennett. Again, it didn't look dirty to me, guys. It was kind of a weird play. He was leaning forward, he fell forward, and Bennett was skating by. Bennett's man is right on him on his hip. So like the play happened real fast. So I mean, if he premeditated it, he's like the greatest premeditator ever. Florida keeps it in now. Oh, okay, hand pass. They called a hand pass. Matthew Kachuk was trying to attend that they had touched it. But look, hey, Kachuk said today, he said, hey, E-Step, how's it going? Appreciate you. E-Step 2351. Appreciate you. So Matthew Kachuk said today, he said, hey, look, we're not the favorites. He goes, Toronto won the division. They're a better team. They've been a better team all year. And they have been, and now they're playing like it in the playoffs. I think we're just all because they struggled to put away Ottawa. But like again, I've seen this from the Leafs before. 5 and 6 and 7 are the games that we need to see this performance out of Toronto. I'm not worried. This is great. This is wonderful. If you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, take all the joy in the world. You're more than halfway over this, and you got a 3-goal lead. That's huge. Now, Bennett on the break, all the way down. Quick shot on goal. Now, Forsling, they are putting a lot of shots now on Wall. Joseph Wall has just come in middle of the game to spell. So this is going to be interesting. David, what's up? How's it going? Appreciate you. If you're just joining us, I'm calling Game 1, Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs. We're at a commercial break, guys. There's 5:36 left in the second. It is 4-1 Toronto. Toronto has been opportunistic, and they have been playing the better game. The only thing the Maple Leafs have struggled doing is scoring on the power play. Each team has had 3. Toronto's 0 for 3. Florida's only goal was on the power play, Seth Jones. That was in the first period. The only goal scored in the second here has been Chris Tanev from a slap all the way down. The puck was definitely deflected off a defenseman, or I think Matthew Knies' stick, but Ray Ferraro said it didn't touch it. But the puck changed complete different directions. Either way, it gets by Bobrovsky, so going to be really crazy. All right, I'm going to volume down on the thing here. Yeah. So that's where we're at. We're speculating on who I think any combination of any team, Florida versus Vegas, and a rematch would be a lit. Edmonton versus Toronto would be crazy. Capitals versus, Dallas would be an interesting one. Dallas versus the Leafs would be cool. Dallas versus Carolina would be really interesting with the Rantanen trade thing. I mean, there's so many great storylines. So here's what's Kaplan saying.
Update on Stolar that information at the earliest, but keep in mind, guys, there was a new rule this year that if he was pulled by the concussion spotter, Joseph Woll, who came in, would have the opportunity to take some warm-up shots. And we didn't take it. We just saw some light stretching. So just keep that in mind as we,
Okay, yeah. So they did pull him for the concussion spotters pulled him. So they pulled Stolars, not Stolars himself. And if they pulled him, Wall could have faced some warm-up shots. He chose not to. So that was what Emily Kaplan was reporting. Now we've got Florida with a little bit of pressure here on the forecheck. Holmberg battling it out with Marchand and Luosterainen. Lindell, sorry. Now the Leafs are going to get it down. They're going to kick it all the way down. It's not going to be icing. Mikola's going to have to play it. 5:15. I think Vegas, but I'm not. I just picked the Oilers to win the cup at the beginning of the season. So I feel like God after they got, but it just really depends, Thomas, on what Oilers team shows up. If the Oilers team that shows up against the Kings, especially the first few games, I'm taking Vegas. But if the Oilers get their team defense down and they don't make their goalie work too hard, they're probably able to outscore their problems because they're pretty skilled. It's just amazing how good. If they had a second line, they would be ridiculous. So, so we'll see. Thomas, I live in Edmonton. I think Vegas wins in 7. But Charlie, I picked Edmonton in the beginning of the year, and then they did not play well at all this year. And I thought they should have lost to the Kings in 5. I mean, and there's a lot of people I know, and they're saying, like, that's why Rob Blake stepped down today, guys. So Brandon Lee, great name. Damn, Florida's asleep at the wheel today. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I'm going to give the Leafs a lot of credit here, Brandon. They came out, they scored 30 seconds. They were opportunistic. They took the play to Florida, and then they had a bad call that could have gone, that went against them, that was really lousy. And they could have folded and let a goal score, and they played good. Then they've just been in it, and they just kept. This really been a great. I've been saying Toronto's a lot better than people thought this year. I think they've been very sound. So they've been really good this year, man. I've yet to see a game where it was like old Leafs. They've lost a few games like that, but every team goes through a bad stretch, you know. So in the corner, Matthew, nice shot. Wow, Matthews again. Matthews with a grade A. I mean, you have a defensive miscues. Yeah, Florida. Well, yep. I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Brandon. I agree. Brandon says, I mean, you have defensive miscues on Florida that leave Matthews and Nylander open. You're asking for trouble. Yeah, and Matthews hasn't scored. He doesn't have a point in the game. But Nylander has 2 goals and an assist. So he's been unbelievable. But you have got nothing from Matthews and Marner in this game at all. Matthews has played good defensively. I want to say that. I haven't noticed Marner much, guys. Like, not at all. I mean, I know he just had a newborn. He probably is not sleeping well. I'm guessing, for those of you that have kids, you'll have to tell me. What's up? I heard that barking. What's happening out there? You want to come say hi to the chat? Come here, Bubba. No. Come here. You come say hi. All right. You come to your bed? Cagies, go to your bed. Okay, 3:12 left in the second here. Mikkola bats it all the way down. It is hit by the Leafs. Now, here comes Bennett. He's going to race down. Bennett's going to shoot the puck. It's going to be deflected by Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt's going to sling it back out to the point. It's going to be shot back in on Wall. Wall so far has been perfect. I don't know if it went up into the netting or played with a high stick or offsides, but they're going to stop play. Oh. Yeah, what a hit by Nyes on Jones there in the corner to get the puck. Just bodies. Jones is trying to play Nyes there too, but Nyes just wins that battle. Boy, Nyes is going to get paid. Nyes is going to get paid, man. He looks like he's learning. LB, what's going on? He looks like he knows his stuff. Yeah, he's a big boy, Brandon Lee. That is for sure. Big body check by Sturm and Pacioretty in together. Now, this is the fourth line. Boquist, Sturm, Boquist, back to Sturm, back off around the wall, but the Leafs are going to recover it. Guys, I couldn't even stay with that play. It was so fast. Morgan Riley going to dump it all the way down. Flicked around the boards. Now, up the ice. It's going to be recovered by Tanev. Now the Leafs have it in their own end. Tanev and McCabe. We're 2 minutes left in the second period. The Leafs have their fourth line out. Lawton, Yarncrow, and Lorenz. Up against Florida's top line. Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe. Mikkola going to drop it. It's going to be recovered by Reinhart. He'll sling it all the way around. Verhaeghe's going to beat off to the boards. No, he whiffed on it. The Leafs are going to get it out. Sorry, I couldn't see the puck. It's on the far side there from where I'm sitting. 42. Forsling going to chip it back out. The Leafs can't get it out into the zone, but the Panthers can't get it past the neutral zone. 1:36 left. Verhaeghe's going to tip it. It's going to be intercepted by Tanev, though. Now, here, Forsling going to play it up. Lundell, tip it to Marchand. Verhaeghe's going to sling it around. Marchand, no, up to the point. Nate Schmidt, he's going to sling it all the way into the corner. No one's there. Belinsky's going to try to seal it off. Marchand going to intercept the puck. Belinsky's trying to win a board battle against Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Now, Slung all the way down. This is going to be icing on the Leafs with 1 minute to go. This is looking like a really good chance for the Florida Panthers to get on the board here. Man, what a hit from Pacioretty on Sturm. He annihilated Sturm. And if that was a little bit of an elbow, but if that was up against the boards, like that would have been, he would have been destroyed. Pacioretty was a PTO, remember. It's 4-1, 1 minute to go. Here's the faceoff. Bennett. Quick win by Bennett. Shot around the corner, but Oliver Ekman-Larsson's going to get it. Intercepted by Tkachuk. Tkachuk over to Mikkola. Mikkola slap blocked away by Tanev. What a block by Tanev. He just doesn't even have to go down. He's read the play so well, he just blocks it. Great play. Now, Bennett all the way around to Rodriguez. Rodriguez pinned up against the boards. Now out to Kulikov. Shot. It bounces out. Kachuk's not there for the rebound. The Leafs are going to recover. 26 seconds left. Wow, man. Florida really wanted to score there. Oh, my God, Thomas. That would be frickin' wild. I mean, we're probably... Oh, my God. What a hit on Holmberg. He got destroyed. But it was a clean open ice hit right as he was skating in. I thought he was going to score. Wow. What a hit. And that's going to end the period 4-1. It's getting chippy now. Florida's pissed. They're pissed they're down 3-0, 3-3, but they know what they deserve it. So, wow. Unreal. That is the period break. And I will be on break for a few minutes, guys. Hang out if you want to. And we'll be back for the third period where the Toronto Maple Leafs are up 4-1. I'm going to end the TikTok and I'll come back on TikTok. So I'm just going to end the TikTok, but I'll stay live, broadcast the thing, and I'll be back. Okay. All right. Appreciate you. All right. 4-1 in the third. We're set up there. What's up? What's up? We're going to come back on TikTok too. So if you're watching on TikTok, don't hesitate. I'm going live again, TikTok. TikTok, we're back for the third period. YouTube, X, Instagram. Thank you, everybody. D. Rays who popped in. Appreciate everybody. Listen, this is the deal. We haven't talked about it. Austin Matthews is doing a hell of a job on Andre Barkov. And the Leafs are playing a real physical game. That hit on Pacioretty leveled on Sturm. This team is not going to be bullied. This Toronto Maple Leafs team is not going to be bullied. This Toronto Maple Leafs team looks like a team that wants to be playing hockey into May, into June. If they play like this is going to be a short series. I'm saying it's like I'm not even that just like Florida's not played terrible. That's the thing. Like now they're putting all kinds of pressure on Wall. They've had some sustained things. The Leafs are not panicking. Yeah, I see that. I saw that darkness that the Knicks came back and beat the Celtics. Wouldn't that be great if they lost that series to the Knicks? That would be amazing. What if we got like Knicks Nuggets in the finals? Both teams that Carmelo Anthony played for. Yeah, he never won a title. Isn't that crazy? He did win a college. Oh, what a backhand shot there. Quick. Now, Kulikov up the ice. Is it Kulikov? Yes. Kulikov back around Mikkola. They got Kulikov and Mikkola together now. Might be mixing the lines. Nope. Rodriguez, Lundell, Marchand out now. 18:27 left to go in the third. Shots are 17-13 in favor of the Leafs. But, guys, it hasn't even been close. It's been all Toronto most of the game. At one point, it was 2-1. Toronto came right back 30 seconds later and scored. This has been a Maple Leafs win. Danny, what's up? Brandon Burke, how you doing? Masita, Charles Boy, Smitty, Andrew, Pennybanks, MS Squared, Matt Happy. Appreciate you guys. Wow, we're getting some nice youngers on TikTok. Jeremy, good thing I stopped. IDEC, how you doing? Oh, goal from Florida. I turn away for a second. Now it's 4-2. Let's see what happened. I totally missed it, guys. My bad. Joseph, how you doing? I'm going to get the replay here for you. Again, I apologize. Quick up play. Pass off by Luosterainen or Lundell. Lundell up in front. Oh, what a little chippy play by Eetu Luosterainen. Stolarz has been ruled out. This is not a bad goal from Joseph Woll. This was a great play by Luosterainen and the Florida Panthers. So Joseph Woll gives up this second goal of the game. If you're just joining us, Joseph Woll had to come in. Concussion spotters didn't like the hit that Stolarz took from Sam Bennett. It was coincidental, guys. I don't think there was anything dirty about it. I just think it was one of those plays where the collision sort of happened. I don't think Bennett could have gotten out of the way or anything. Just the way it went down. But people will say, Bennett, whether, the boy who cried wolf, just crushing Sonny Wright, JS, Jason Mack, appreciate you, everybody. So that's what's happening. Now it's 4-2. I'll get the scoreboard up to date and on for all of you watching on X, Twitch, Insta, and YouTube. But we now have a little bit of a game here. If Florida gets the next one, it's really going to start to pucker in Toronto. And guys, the Leafs have just played a heck of a hockey game the first two periods. They deserve to be winning this game. This is Florida getting jobbed or anything. Like the Leafs have been the best team here. Now Florida putting a little bit of pressure on them. If they get the next one, they scored quick, right? That's what you want if you're down 3 goals, is to score within the first minute of the third period. Now Florida in, quick smack. Oh, what a save by Wall off his mask, I think. Forsling down, wrapped around, battling the boards are Verhaeghe and I believe that's Benoit. Now up the ice. Now here comes Matthew Knies. He's going to drive. Wow, he had position. He just lost the puck. He's going to sling it back for Marner, but Marner's not going to get it. Now, I think it was actually because of a really good back check from Reinhardt, if I'm honest. Now, off the boards, pressure from the Florida Panthers. Verhaeghe controlling the puck in his own end. He's going to lose it to Knies. Knies is going to chip it out. This is going to be icing, though, guys. and Florida will get a power no, not a power play. I'm sorry. They'll have an icing call and they will have an offensive zone face-off here. So Stolar is not even on the bench now. They got an e-bug situation from this. Now look, Bennett kind of gets him, but it's like I like the puck is right there. He just kind of grazes off of him, guys. It really doesn't look like much. I mean, so yeah, it's not over till it's over. That's for sure. Never underestimate the heart of a champion either, right? But they have a long way to go with 16:25 left, down 2 goals. I've seen the Leafs be bad, but they have not played terrible here. Matthew Tkachuk shot on goal. It is funny how Bennett's always involved in these crazy collision stuff, though. Again, I guys, if you look at it, I don't think there's much there. I just think it's really unfortunate play that Stolars ends up getting hurt on, but I don't think it was intentional. There was no penalty called on the play or anything. I mean, it looks worse in slow motion than in real time. It looks like Bennett grazes off him. He's also going forward at the same time. I don't know. I feel like I'm not trying to pass judgment. I mean, we'll see. I'm sure tomorrow on Toronto radio, there'll be some talks about it. Wow, quick shot by Lundell. It looked like he almost had him top shelf there, but it went wide and hit the side of the net. Now, Florida scores! Belinsky's 4-3. We have a game. Oh, my God. Charlie Dufresne, you were not wrong. And the Leafs are leaking water now. It's 4-3. Oh, my goodness. Oh, if the Leafs lose this game, they lose this series. I mean, wow. What a performance from the Leafs so far, and now they're only up a goal. This was an unbelievable shot by Belinsky. I don't even blame Wall on this one that much. You want him out a little bit more, but the puck shot over so quick. I guess he held on to it for a long time. Belinsky just had a lot of time to shoot it. So did Craig Berube call a timeout? I think Berube may have called a timeout here. Patty Tank, we know what the Panthers are going to win. Terror Wolf in the TikTok. We know the Panthers are going to win. I love it, Terror Wolf. First goal of the playoffs, Belinsky. Uvis Belinsky's. Oh, no. Berube, I like the timeout from Berube. Settle your guys down. You've been playing a great game. This is a good timeout to take. Plenty of time left in the game. Also, though, this helps Florida because now they know you got them on the ropes. But we couldn't have you knew it was going to be a good hockey game, boys. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. But I tell you what, Matthews has done a really good job. That line has done a good job on Barkov. This line has been largely ineffective at times. They had a good long shift here, but I feel like the Leafs have really done a good job shutting down. Now I say this. Here comes Reinhart. Shot wide. Blocked away. Now, here comes shot from the point. Man, the camera is having a tough time keeping up with the play. It's so fast. Yeah, the Panthers are a good team. They're the defending Cup champs. They added Seth Jones in place of Montour and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. No offense, but I think Seth Jones is better than both those players. I like Montour, but he's not a great defensive player. And I think Seth Jones actually, given on a good defensive team, can be a good defensive player. Everybody's like, oh, he sucked on Chicago. Yeah, because Chicago was terrible. They're an AHL team. Look at Cam Fowler. He toiled in Anaheim, and he looks like he should have been on the Olympic team. Florida again, Matthew Tkachuk. Oh, are they calling a penalty here? Okay, Sam Bennett takes an offensive zone penalty for hooking. He's not saying anything. Oh. I don't like it. I think it's a soft call. I don't think they should have called it. I don't like the call. Bennett didn't say anything. He wasn't saying anything to the ref or anything, but Tavares kind of gets a little bit away with a stick hold there. I mean, he kind of spends himself. It's a call I don't want to see made in the offensive zone. in my opinion. And you give Florida had a good chance, a good scoring chance. But, now Toronto on their fourth power play. They're 6 for 20 in the playoffs. They're 0 for 3 tonight with 3 shots on goal. KGMC, how's it going? Max, how's it going? Welcome to the show. I'm the host, Jeremiah Maxwell. 5 seconds off the power play. Was a face-off, then deflected out. Now here we go with the puck dropped again. Tavares is going to face Luosterainen. That is going to be won by Tavares. Tavares, again, Leafs winning a lot of the face-offs. That's not helping Florida out. Now, in the corner, it's going to be dropped down. This could be a little bit of a momentum killer for Florida, though, after this penalty. But you never know, catching Sam Bennett out of the box, too. It's going to enjoy the Leafs game, but I'm a Jets fan. All right. I love it, KGMC. And congrats on the win. That was an unbelievable game. Very fun to watch. I enjoyed both game 7s. It was wild this weekend. And I mean, I had Tampa and Colorado in the finals. All right, Florida working in the corner. Now Matthew Nyes, 1:19 left. Marner's going to kick it all the way down to Nylander. Nylander back to Marner to the 2-man game. Now back to Nylander. Nylander from the slot, from the high circle. Now Nylander's going to fake, get it back over to Tavares. Tavares back to Nylander. This is all perimeter. I don't know what the Leafs, Tavares, Matthews now out on the point. Marner, they're just playing around the point. Now quick turnaround there by Tavares, and nice. He got down low there, a pretty good shot. Kept in by Matthews, though. Now Matthews down. Nylander. Nylander shoots it, but it's deflected by the defenseman. Goes back into the corner. Marner picks it up. Matthews on the top. Matthews skates down, slings it around like a slap pass. No one's there. Jones is going to beat Tavares, but Tavares is going to battle. Nyes is going to have it now. Now out to Tavares, out to Nylander. There's a broken stick. I don't know if that's the Leafs. It looks like all the Florida's. Now Marner, 29 seconds left. Marner skating around on the left circle. Now he drops it off. Nylander at the left circle. Down low to Nyes. Nyes tries to sauce it over, but he holds on to it. Now he gets it out in front. Now Florida's going to clear. That was a great power play by the Leafs there. They didn't get any shots, but they put a lot of pressure on that Florida defensive core. And more importantly, they killed a lot of time, which if you're not going to score on the power play in your head, at least you're going to tick-tock that clock a little bit in the offensive zone. Now the last second of the power play, full strength. Quick, Kulikov's going to get it behind. He's going to sling it up. Bennett was almost there. Now Bennett does have the puck. Now they're going to skate down on the offensive zone. Ooh, a little bit of a hook there on Mikla, but not called. Now Bennett shoots. Bennett again. Bennett around. Wow, Bennett got 2 really good scores. Mikla, it's blocked into the corner by Wall. He never saw it. Now in the corner, Bennett's got it. He's going to get it back to Mikla. Mikla, point. Tried to get deflected in front by Reinhart, but it goes wide. Wow, Florida's coming now. Barkov in the corner. Bennett. Barkov winning the battle back to Barkov from Bennett. Barkov loses to Larson, but he gets it back. Now, Reinhart, he's going to skate back to Barkov. Barkov shoots, deflected away from the goal. McMahon's going to recover it up to Pacioretty. This line is dead. Pacioretty's going to drop it in. Wow, what a performance. Cruz Mesa, who has the puck? Florida had the puck there. My bad. I am not going for anybody, my man. I'm just calling the game for anybody that loves hockey, and that's me. I like everybody. I grew up a Caps fan, but a Washington Capitals fan. But, who cares, man? It's all good. I've seen my team win in my lifetime, and, love to see them again. But this is Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs game 1. It's 4-3. Now Florida has now passed. They have Tampa. I love Tampa. I was there at a playoff game a couple years ago. I met Cole Hauser at the game. They actually lost to the Leafs at home, though. That was a tough one for Tampa. But they're a good team. I actually met John Cooper, too. What a great guy. Love talking to him. He summers in real close to where I grew up, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I grew up in northwest Montana, so I know that area well. So, yeah, I know, Avi. Your C's lost to the Knicks. Yeah, dude, since you left, Avi, the Panthers you watched your Celtics lose, and now you're back. By the way, 62 on all platforms. Thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate you guys. Love talking hockey, and I'm not good at play-by-play. I'm absolutely god-awful, but I'm doing my best to just hang out with my buddies and talk hockey and, give you a little play-by-play if you're not able to listen or watch. I mean, So, Appalled, what's up? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Terrawolf, good to talk to you, man. Stay in the thing. Appreciate the denotions. We're up to 33 likes on we were actually almost 1.3 before I ended the stream, but I wanted to not keep the TikTok live going, restart it during the periods. I think I'll do that every time now, but share it or whatever, leave a likes. We're live on X. We're at a commercial break, by the way, guys. We're live on X, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Insta, and we're live on Twitch, and obviously live here on TikTok. It is 4-3. The Florida Panthers have made a game out of there. Now up 21 shots to 20 on the Leafs. 11:36 left. They get the tying goal here. It's going to be pandemonium. The Leafs, guys, no doubt, one of the best playoff games I've seen from the Leafs in a while. And they were up 4-1. Like, two unanswered goals from Eetu Luostarinen and Uvis Obolinskis. Unbelievable. Nate Schmidt an assist, and Brad Marchand an assist on that. Bolinski's and Lundell and Marchand assist on the Luostarinen goal. So Marchand 2 points in the game. Again, just racking up the points. 30 now career points for Marchand against the Leafs in the postseason. No 3-goal comebacks in the league. There have been no 3-goal comebacks. And I think ESPN just put the kiss of death on. Now, won by the Florida Panthers. Shot all in the front of the net by Luostarinen. Oh, now, but here comes the Leafs. They're going to have a chance for a 2-on-1. Luostarinen's going to get back. It's a 3-on-2. Oh, wow. Slap pass wide by Riley. If he hits Pacioretty in the stick, it's 5-3. A nice recovery from the Leafs here. A little bit of pause. The commercial break and the timeout has probably allowed Toronto to get a little bit of their game back. Now Tavares, he's going to skate around in the far right circle. Oh, a big collision. That should have been interference, I think. But they're not going to call it. Not on two, actually maybe not a good call anyway. Two guys just ran into each other from either side of the team. Neither guy had the puck. Tavares is going to sling it out in front. No one's going to be there. Marner's going to sling it, but it's going to be an easy save from our main man, Sergei Bobrovsky. My mouth is moving, but I can't keep up. Oh, quick turnover, and Matthews gets a shot on goal. Now, up the ice, Barkov. They've got Marchand. Marchand's actually had a whale of a game here in the third, guys. Looking really good. That penalty from Sam Bennett, which I'm not sure I like the call. I mean, it felt like Florida was coming, and it was kind of a bailout call for Toronto a little bit there. I think the refs kind of helped them out there, but, it is what it is. They felt like it had a factor in the play and blew the whistle. So it's going to be deflected up and out, and I think Florida's going to have an offensive zone face-off or whatever. But this looks like it's going to be a down to the wire game, which at one point I was thinking, wow, Toronto comes out and just plays half as good as they did in the first. But the story is, halfway through the game, Stolarz had to come out because of a collision with Bennett. Again, I don't feel like it was dirty. It actually doesn't even look like, I feel like maybe when he fell onto the ice is what the damage did. Concussion spotters didn't let him back in the game. And obviously he didn't pass the protocol or hasn't made it through. So they've had Joseph Woll, and Joseph Woll has allowed 2 goals on a few shots there. Are we going to get a penalty here? Another penalty, it looks like. $77 penalty for roughing. Did they call that on? Is that on? Oh, yeah. Mikkola takes a really terrible call. Not a terrible call. Mikkola takes a terrible penalty. A roughing against Yarncrow. First of all, why are you roughing Yarncrow? Second of all, bad penalty by Mikkola. So the Leafs are going to get a power play again here. Again, Toronto, 0 for 5 so far. 0 for 5 on the power play. This is their 5th, I believe. 0 for 5. If they score here, they could put the nail in the coffin. Nicardi Choke, what's up? Onion, what's up? Alex Forte, what's going on? Yeah, the penalty's on Florida, Terrawolf. Yeah, Florida took the penalty. Mikkola, bad penalty. Checks Yarncrow from behind, elbow to the head, kind of dumb shit penalty. Did not need to do it whatsoever. And if you're Florida, you got to stay out of the box. You're trying to win this game. It's 4-3. It's 4-3. The Leafs were up 4-1. You've scored 2 goals. All the momentum's on your side, and you've killed it with 2 penalties now. Bennett taking a penalty for hooking, and now this stupid penalty by Mikkola. And you're shooting yourself in the foot if you are the Florida Panthers. So, nope, no. Florida Panthers don't have anybody to blame but themselves. They were getting themselves back into this game in the third period, and they took 2 really bad penalties by Bennett and Mikkola. Now, the Bennett one I thought was a little soft, but still, they're going to be looking. You're in the offensive zone. You've been killing it. I don't think he had to hook Tavares. Again, Tavares kind of anyway, it was definitely one of those things where he didn't need to do it. I thought it was a soft call, but the Mikkola one was a very good call. It was an awful play. Shot from the point right away from the Leafs, and it's deflected in the corner. Now, Florida is going to chip it around. I bet Florida is a little aggressive on their, again, Toronto 0 for 4 on their power play with 4 shots. They got a nice shot there right in the middle. Now Nylander is going to take it in all the way. Going to drop it to Matthews at the blue line. Matthews chips it in. Nylander whacks it around. Now Marner back all the way around to Nylander below the circle. Marner out front to Tavares. Tavares in front. Matthews was there. I don't know how he didn't get it through. Wow. The Leafs, I don't know how they didn't score there. 1:20 left. 9-11 in the third. This is unreal. Now, right? Oh, what's going on? Did we get another penalty? Nope, it's good. Minute 12 left. Marner's going to skate past the red line. I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of dicking around in their own end right now in the neutral zone. Offsides. Yeah, the Leafs look off on this power play. They still look rattled, guys. Matthews had a wide open net, but great play by Gustav Forsling. That's why they didn't get it through. He's on top of Matthews' stick. He's hitting it before he even gets to it. It's great play. Bob hasn't been very good tonight. You've needed him to make a save or two. I think he's going to have 1 or 2 here. Now this is out of the zone. Here comes 1 minute 5. Domi's not going to win the draw. It's going to be Lundell, but the Leafs are going to get it back because of a nice battle right there at the blue line. Back to Riley. He's going to skate over to the red line, but kick it back to Domi. Domi's going to skate with speed, but drop it off to McMahon right there at the blue line. McMahon's going to kick it back out to Riley. Riley's going to skate to the middle. Drop it off to Domi. Domi's going to sling it on. Save. Matthew Knies right in front. Pretty good save from Bobrovsky there. He just absorbs the shot. 45 seconds left to go in the power play. 8:37 left to go in the third. The Toronto Maple Leafs are up 4-3. For those of you listening on TikTok who don't see my scoreboard on YouTube, X, Twitch, or Instagram, I'm live on all those on my platforms. Check my profile. Definitely in my TikTok, the YouTube, and Instagram are tagged in there. So if you want to interact in the chats, I can still see your chats, TikTok, but I can't put up the scoreboards and stuff like that. I haven't learned how to use TikTok well enough yet. Quick, Nylander's going to skate around. Toronto almost had it out. Shot, block, save. 31 seconds. Bobrovsky keeps him in. 31. What a save, man. Toronto has actually been buzzing here now. Tony Marinaro, what's up? What a shot block. I don't know how he doesn't score here. Marner doesn't score here. Unreal. That was a good save. Bobrovsky, Florida's still struggling a little bit in their own end. If the good news is they're going to get Aaron Ekblad back for the next game here. Oh, quick shot. Willie Nylander bidding for the hat trick. Marner, he's going to lose it in the corner to Marchand. Marchand up, and Florida's going to get it out. 16 seconds left to go. Here you go. Morgan Riley's going to skate behind. Last rush chance for the Leafs on this power play. They're going to go 0 for 5. They have gone 0 for 5. The power play is over, but Riley still has the puck. He's going to drop it around the corner to Scott Lawton. Lawton's going to get it, lose the puck to Barkov. Barkov's going to get it into the corner. A little bit of pressure from Yarncroke. Going to be batted in the corner by Bobrovsky as it kind of deflected towards the side of the net there, and he played it in the middle. That's going to allow Florida to play it. Now Verhaeghe with Reinhart. Leafs are going to try to get it around the horn. They are going to successfully do it. Get to Marner. Marner's going to drop it back to McCabe. McCabe is going to chip it all the way up. This might be icing. No, it will not be. It's waved off by the linesman. Bobrovsky will go back. Now, a change. Yep, Tara Wolf's going for the Panthers in the chat. Here comes a pass all the way down. It's going to be deflected on Toronto, so there's going to be a big forecheck by Bennett. Bennett's going to end up getting Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Now, Rodriguez is in there on Benoit. Big check from Benoit. Florida and Belinsky's. Now it's a 2-on-1 with Domi and McMahon. Domi jumps into the play. Save from Bobrovsky. What a robbery of Max Domi. Wow. Domi got right in and Bob just robbed that shot. This was ladled to the top shelf from Domi on a brilliant pass. And he just, I was in the top shelf, but it was about mid-glove. What a save by Bob. Right into his glove. Probably not a really spectacular save by Bob, as much as it was kind of a poor shot by Domi. But, I mean, I don't know. Bob could have done better. He was aggressive. He was out. He cut the angle off. Domi, I don't think Domi could have done much different either. What a save by Bob. 6:50 left to go. 4-3 in the third. Does this end up being a 4-3 game, or do we get overtime? Put it in the chats. Let me know. I want to know. Zarbian, I saw you in there. How about it? Let's go. This is wild, guys. I cannot believe this. Bob is going to play the puck to the winning faceoff of the Florida Panthers. They haven't won a ton of them. Give a lot of credit to Austin Matthews. He's been really effective against Barkov. Now skating down the middle, shot, Seth Jones. Right in the middle. Not Seth Jones. I'm sorry. I misread that. That was Lindell. That was Lindell. Now Lindell just shot it right up the middle there. I said Seth Jones. Oh, Stolarz might have been throwing up now, they're showing. So that might be why he might have got a concussion. Again, if he got the concussion, he got it more from hitting the ice because it didn't. Oh, all the way, Willie Nylander. Wow. Really aggressive. Bobrovsky went up and chipped it up to his guy. Good to go. I mean, now Florida's going to have to Reinhart quick. 2-on-1, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know how Reinhart wasn't given a tripping call there. Florida hasn't had a call in a while. That was wow. And now you got Nyes. Nyes just scored backhanded all the way down. Florida, there's going to be a little bit of controversy here, I think. Goal. Wow. Nyes might have just nailed it in the coffin with 16. But I got to tell you, if you're Florida, you're a little bit heated here. You're a little bit heated. Big goal by Nyes. Sorry I didn't overdo it. Amazing goal by Nyes, but I was wrapped up into the Florida play. Reinhart gets tripped here. He gets tripped a little bit by, it's not intentional, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't call it. And so that kind of created a breakaway for Nyes, and he just goes backhand and beats Bobrovsky. Wow, what a play by Nyes. What a goal. Wow. And we're 5-3 Toronto. 5-3. Toronto has staved off the assault. 6 minutes to go, and Toronto's back to a 2-goal lead. So, yeah. All right. Now probably going to get a little bit chippy here, I imagine. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Avi. I think game one was super important for the Leafs. They almost choked it away here, but they pulled together here, and I think they're going to get this game. Now there's 6 minutes to go. So, there might be a delay of game here. We might have a delay of game. Yep. 5 more minutes, Avi. I hear you. Yeah, that was a filthy goal by Nyes. He better be on Team USA for sure in the Olympics in 2026. Hey, credit Joseph Wall, too. He's allowed 2 goals, but, Florida has been coming. And then, the Leafs really put on a lot. Those penalties killed Florida. The Leafs were being outshot. They've since got 8 shots on goal. So, soon as those penalties, Florida just taking some bad penalties. I give him a pass on the Bennett one. The Bennett hooking call, I thought that was kind of a soft call, but whatever. I don't know. I mean, you could call it that. I felt like Tavares was holding his stick kind of equally as much. I don't think you needed to call that. They were both close. The puck wasn't there. Kind of not really a bearing on the play, but they called it. The Mikula one was terrible. He did a terrible. No, Mike, I don't think the refs have decided one because Toronto hasn't scored on the power play. But Florida really killed their chances of getting back in this game in the third by taking 2 penalties kind of late. The first one, I kind of didn't like it. I thought the refs were getting too involved. But the second one was definitely a penalty on Florida. And, I think they got to be real careful. They're looking to get anything. I did think Reinhart got tripped there, but it was also like kind of he fell too on the guy's stick. I don't know. I would have called the trip or at least blown it dead and talked it over. But that's what created that whole breakaway for Nyes. So that one, if you're Florida, leaves a little bit of salt in your mouth because you were getting back in it, and then you get that breakaway kind of off of maybe what should have been a penalty for the Leafs. I'll say this. If that Tavares plays a hook, that trip on Reinhart should have been a trip. And the Florida Panthers should have been going to the power play. They've had 3 and Toronto's had 5. And I feel like it's been a pretty good game called otherwise, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not Griff. I appreciate you, man. I'm not trying to be, I'm just saying the Tavares hook was a little soft to me too. I had no problem with the Mikula hit. That was a bad play by Mikula. Totally deserved to be called for a penalty there. Again, Toronto has not made the Florida Panthers pay by scoring on the power play. They have not. So that really isn't the huge difference in the game. Quick shot from the point by Florida. Now Florida has to get another quick one fast. Florida a little bit in their zone, quick deflected. Now just Florida putting a lot of pressure on, trying to get something in on Toronto, and Barkov behind the net. He's going to be pinned by McCabe. Now here comes Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe's going to lose the puck. He's going to get it over to Marner. Marner, I believe that's Marner on the ice. Yes, Marner's going to clear. That will be icing, though, on Marner. Marner didn't like it. He thought he had broken the line there. Yeah, Griff, you're a Caps fan? All right, Griff, I grew up a Caps fan, too. Let's go Caps. But, yeah, I didn't like the call on Bennett there, and I think Reinhart deserved the tripping call if you're going to call it that way. That created that breakaway really for Toronto to be up 2. But that being said, if Florida doesn't take the bad Mikula penalty, they probably are kind of back in this game. They might be up, tied it. I mean, if Florida got the 4th goal here, it would have been wild. So, now here comes Rodriguez. He's going to kick it in. I got to say, too, this second line, Rodriguez, Bennett, and Tkachuk, they haven't done much. Bennett's been kind of noticeable because he's been involved. Obviously, he took a penalty. The play with Stolars again. But I haven't seen a lot from this. Rodriguez hasn't done a ton to me, and Tkachuk's not been real. He's factored in a little bit on the power play. Obviously, he got the primary assist, and he's looked good on that. But outside of that, he hasn't been real visible in this game. So I wonder if the speed of, Toronto had a little bit longer season. Maybe Tkachuk hasn't gotten his feet back underneath him too. Did I see any update on Stolars? Yeah, no, it looked like he was throwing up. Yeah, they were showing that. That's what I saw, Griff, but nothing else. I mean, he pulled them. So that's why the concussion spotters, because again, I can't take this call. Hey, Steph, I can't take Angie's call. You got to tell her I'm live. So, hey, hold on a second, guys. Oh. All right. Sorry about that, guys. But my tenant called and I wanted to make sure, nothing's wrong there. So my wife can handle it though. She's home. All right. So yeah, I would say the non-call trip that happened to Reinhart caused the goal for Nyes. So in a way, that kind of is a power play goal for for Florida. So yeah. What's going on here? What's happening? Oh, on her truck? Okay. Not an emergency. Sorry, TikTok. Yeah, Griff, I don't really know, man. I felt like the Canes kind of played the Caps tough, but the Caps are pretty physical. We'll see. Quick shot on goal by Florida. Now Marchand's going to recover in the corner. 3:29. Kulikov shot from the point, just wide. Marchand will get it in the he's going to sling it back out to the point. Now another quick shot right on net. No one there to get to the recovery of the puck, and it's going to be sauced out by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Kulikov's going to recover. 3:09 left to go. 24 shots by Florida. Here they have to get a goal, and they have to get one fast. I assume they will be pulling the goalie at any moment down 2. Here comes Reinhart. Now, I'm guessing we're going to see Seth Jones from behind the net. 250. Down 2 goals. Here comes Florida. Quick. Verhaeghe shot out to the corner. Bennett's going to get it. It is an empty net. Nyes is going to sauce it down. It is going to miss. Here comes Florida. Verhaeghe skates it up. He's going to get it over to Barkov. Barkov in. I think Barkov shot. I thought Verhaeghe was a little bit ahead of him there. This could be offsides. Empty net. If you're Toronto, though, you don't care. You don't even give a crap at this point. You're up 2 goals. So you just keep going. And then if they tick time away, Toronto's going to get it out. Now, here comes Reinhart. He's going to dump it all the way in. This is probably the top line all the rest of the way here. From the point, Jones. Reinhart shoots wide. He was looking for a deflection. No one gets to it. Behind the net, Matthew Tkachuk. He gets it over to Barkov. Barkov's low. Oh, shot, score! Sam Bennett. Bennett just cuts it to 5-4. See? Those penalties in that late goal. This is an interesting game otherwise. Wow, dude. Leaf fans are like, well, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Leaf fans are saying. Hey, thank you, Griff. I appreciate it, man. I'm doing my best. I'm not great at this, to be honest with you, but I like talking to hockey fans and I love this sport. So, wow, man. Wow, enough time left. But I mean, again, it just makes you think what happens if these guys don't take these bad penalties. They would have tied this up. It's 155, but Bennett really owed him one because he took a penalty. But now you got to get probably now is Florida taking a timeout. So Wall is coming in relief and he's let in 3 goals. I would tell you I'm not really putting any of them on him. That one you might want here. This is an unbelievable shot. Carlo turns the puck over. Barkov, and then quick fire. Actually, it deflects off Carlo's stick. There's no way Wall gets that. So I'm not putting any of these goals on Wall. So, yeah, I mean, but again, Toronto, if you're Florida, you're getting it on net. You're getting it on net. Your job is to get it on net. You have to get it on net. And if you're Toronto, you're blocking shots. Yeah, Greg, crazy game. Crazy freaking game. All right. Here's the face-off. 155 left. Florida obviously replaced their goalie, but they win. So it is looks like Luosterainen. I thought Luosterainen took that face-off, but he did not. Okay, no dump. There's no icing or anything. Now Florida has to skate all the way out of their own zone. Bad backhand pass. Now Seth Jones has to recover. Minute 38 left. Seth Jones, he's going to draw his man to him. Now he's going to get it all the way over to Reinhart. Reinhart's going to get it up to Bennett. Bennett, oh my God, if Bennett scores. I just know the psyche of the Leafs fans. All the way across ice. Bennett shot on net. Save. Oh, that was Barkov shot. Sorry, Barkov. Oh my God. What's up, Andrew? You hanging in there, buddy? Wow. This is crazy playoffs at the point nothing would surprise me. Griff, I'm hearing you, man. If the freaking Florida Panthers tie this, man, it's a mirror and it's soul crushing for the Leafs. They've done enough to win this game for sure. But quick face off. Tavares wins. Again, another huge win by the Leafs, but it's one in the corner by Florida. Florida gets it up to Reinhart. Reinhart's going to chip it down in the corner. Blow, Kachuk battle. It's going to be won by Marner, but he's going to just sauce it and kill time. Now, minute 5. Here comes the Florida Panthers. Sam Reinhart up to the blue line. It's knocked down by Matthews. Matthews is going to shoot wide. What a defensive play by Matthews just to get a chance to kill the game. But boy, are the Leafs going to regret not scoring that empty netter there. Into the corner. Tanev is destroyed by Bennett. Now, it's up to Kachuk. Kachuk slings it out front. Now the Leafs are going to chip it out. No one's there. 36 seconds, but Florida gets back. Seth Jones, he's going to skate up. It's going to get tipped in. Sam Bennett in the corner with Benoit. Bennett, and Barkov. It's going to be one out. Backed away by Seth Jones. Seth Jones shot. It's blocked. 16 seconds left. Way out in front. Verhaeghe's going to shoot. It's deflected. The Leafs are going to hold on, I believe, and they're going to sauce it out. 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, and Toronto's going to hold off. The guy falls in the corner there, but I don't think that was it. 5-4 final. What a game. What a game, man. Toronto holds on. 5-4 final. Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow, dude. Wow. Amazing. Good job. It was 4-1 Toronto. Final score 5-4. I do think the refs kind of got involved a little more than I would have liked, Mike, but I think Toronto ultimately deserved to win this game. I think they played 2 unbelievably good periods, and we're up 4-1. Florida had no business even being in this game and really had a great performance in the third. But we're in for one. Obviously, there's going to be some controversy with Bennett involved in the Stolarz thing, but again, everything I saw, guys, it doesn't look dirty. There was no penalty uncalled on the play. It just looks really unfortunate. Joseph Woll hangs on by his life, and this is what you got to do sometimes is outscore your problems. But I'm going to, scoring a winner on a non-call is kind of rough, Mike. I totally agree, but it is what it is. Well, fellas, I'm going to be back tomorrow. What did I say I was going to stream tomorrow? Tomorrow, I am going to stream the late game. That game will be the Edmonton Oilers, Avi Stanley Cup champion, and his favorite team, even though he pretends to be a Bruins fan, and the Golden Knights, game 1 in Vegas. Going to be a good one. So I'll be live for that 9:30. Now, if the Caps Canes go a little bit late, that could change. Like, I'll just adjust time. But anyway, TikTok, appreciate you. X, awesome. You guys were amazing. I had tons of you guys tonight. Absolute tons. Where's my pointer? There we go. And upwards of 54 already still. Twitch, thank you. We got our lone guy on Twitch. Appreciate you, lone guy. You never talk, but YouTube, awesome. Insta, everything. Appreciate TikTok. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 for Edmonton Oilers, Golden Knights. It's going to be a fun one. All right. Have a great one, guys. Appreciate all of you. And I'll see you. TikTok, we'll give you the outro. You'll get to see the outro. All right. Thank you, everybody.